Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house, man. And I come to do what I got to do, man. And I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. Bobby banging this bitch, man. Yeah. Just got off of a great interview with Sister Segmet, all right, and Brother Asar. All right, that's J&J Life Mayat. Let me see what their YouTube channel is, man. They're gonna post that daggone interview, man, and I want y'all to go over there and support it. And I'm gonna tell you why it's important. All right. It's important because the young sister Segmet is doing what we all supposed to do, but she's doing it at a young age of 9. She's going through her development as a person that was raised in America whose ancestors was brought over through the mechanism of slavery. And in 9, she's asking them daggone tough questions, man. They got the whole comedic thing going on, all that's dope, everything. But the fact that they would bring me on that channel shows a lot of heart, man. It shows that the future is in safe hands with the babies. That they gonna ask them questions earlier than we did. That they got heart. They're not afraid of the answers because they ain't stuck in the answer. They ain't stuck in the previous answers they had. They want to know who, what, when, where, and why. And not allowing older people to throw the water on a fire based off some religious beliefs, whether it be Nation of Islam, whether it be Moors, Black Hebrew Israelites, being an atheist, whatever it is, they asking the tough questions. They want to know. They want to know if the All Max is black and is that a proper word and why. They want to know about Charles Darwin. They want to know about why is everybody giving Brother Unc some heat every time they turn around. They want to know why. They want to know why I stand up against elders when it's improper to do. They want to know why. Why be damned? Why your name Bobby Banger, God Killer, Uncle? Why? Man, it's not too many times that I found myself on the channel that really want to know why. So when that interview come out, man, I was on there doing my thing, man. It's a big up to Asad segment, man. All right. And I'm going to get that daggone YouTube channel. I know it's somewhere around here, man. But the sister was serious, man. Questions. I listened to a daggone interview that Dr. Me I did over there. I was like, man, what she say, man? J&J Life My Yacht podcast. J&J Life My Yacht podcast. Don't let the name fool you. Shorty is lethal. Sharp, a co-host. Sharp. Yeah. I think it's her uncle. I think. Anyway, listen, man, that was kind of blew me. I was like, okay. Wasn't afraid of the tough questions and the answers. Like, okay. Who we got in the chat, though, man? We got people in the chat, man. Sunchild. Spirituality is scientific peace. Yeah, stay there. 777, I see you. Peace. Miss Tiff, I see you. I'm going to hit you up. Appreciate you organizing that. That was dope. I was amazed. Omar Reed, Vince. Vince, you seen this little journal about the show. Vince was trying to ask questions and everybody was saying, I was like, God damn. Vince be driving in his car trying to get it in. And, I ain't never going against you, Vince. I appreciate the support for years, bro. Right? We got always like to put, channel members up on there, man. What's up, Rob? What's going on, man? He has the green glow. He has the green glow. Raw has the green glow. Has the green glow. Yeah, appreciate that, bro. Gullah. Yeah, Gullah was on his A game last night. He was sharp. Go over there and support that podcast, man. Are we monkeys? He was on his A game. The presentation was clean, man. Jewel in the community, man. Clarity to the situation. Y'all gonna really like that. We got Chilembe coming up on the pseudo killers, man. We got, we just gonna keep the shows going, man. The objective perspective. What's good, man? What's up with you, man? I see you, Gary, man. Appreciate all supports, man. Yeah, there's no methodology to spirituality. First of all, let me make sure I drop this early, man. The supporters, man. You know, I like to get 5 good cash apps a show, man. It helps me produce good shows. You know, I'm always buying good quality books. Make it worth my time, man. Yes, I do. I got the links. Yep. Close. Yeah, here you go, man. Hit the cash app, man. Show some love, man. From my last podcast, I didn't give a shout out to Ghost, man. He always support, man. Pick up the Ghost, man. Hit that support. So y'all hit that cash app, man. Hilltop. I see somebody from Hilltop. What's up, man? Big up. I see you. Will Mobley. Yeah, I see. In a Flash TV, man. You always fighting. Gary. Big up, Gary. That's the link to the gear right there, man. We can drop that link right there to the gear, man. What is that? What they doing? Big up. Big up to all the gear. Big up to the store. Got all the slick gear, man. Them links is in there, man. I'm not an expert, man. What's the question? Should have made it a super chat. Y'all gonna have to start hitting the super chats for them daggone questions, yo. But I'm gonna let you get that off today. What's the question, yo? You always got some extra wild to say. But I on that interview, I talked about the empathy that I had to start really managing, man. And I want my legacy to be based around this man had empathy in the face of foolery. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting around here to get, man, people told me they was taught a religion and was getting away from Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. You know what I mean? And then I give them an answer, then they throw tomatoes at me. All right, I hear you in the flash. What's the question? We here. I got you. You know, I show love, man. I got you. What's up? What's the question, man? It's a great Saturday, too. I'm sipping some water. A little coffee and water. Wash it down with water. I'm going to play this episode where Ashe come on. Bomb squad, they die, man. Like them brothers. 30-year-olds. Call them 30-year-olds. Like, yep, Sunchild, you just say anything, man. You just, like, Sunchild is like running around in the world sometimes like too small for your own good. Like you trapped something. Like you trapped. Your brain got, like you just trapped and you can't think it's fear, yo, to make you trap, man. How many of y'all got a copy of this, man? Undeniable. Bill Nye the Science Guy. I know we grew up on Bill Nye the Science Guy. All right. We got our first super chat. Kyle always do that. Kyle, appreciate you, bro. Supporter on the YouTube side and in real life. He supports me in real life. I said, come on, Kai, we gotta go. He going. I appreciate him. You're always interested in really just helping everybody. Got a great job. Writing scientific papers. Crazy, ain't it? Wow, how far we've come. One day he can come on and talk about that. Kyle. He say, in the fields of science, a claim is falsifiable if there exists a what? Conceivable observation that would prove it false. Spirituality claims avoid that. Yeah. Yep. Sure do. Got him with the super chat. Got him. Got 37,000 in the building, man. No gaslighting allowed. Man, we think every time you step on the scene, Sunshine, you like a walking gaslight. I mean, like you don't want to separate the two, man. All right, let me see. Ah, man. All right. I know it's a problem when people say the white man science. Why we can't just agree that Western Europeans control all that and denounce black scholars' work? Huh? Huh. I think that to be an interesting question. It's not true. They're not denying, they denying outdated work. Let's all put it in its proper thing. So if science is saying right here, I had a good conversation around this. If science is saying this is outdated, it's not because it's Western science or white man science is saying it's outdated. It's the data in the book that make it outdated. When I first picked this book up and read it, it was outdated. Nobody said anything about it. That's the damn problem. The problem ain't science or white people that practice the science, whatever the hell you saying. Well, they could be a problem. That's why we need more people like us to practice science so we can check the checkers. It's important. But the problem was people like me and everybody else that held the book up 30 years after it was made talking about, yeah, it's the standard. That's the problem. The book ain't the damn problem. The book was made in this time period. Right? In the 70s. Let me write this one. 1970. First published in 1970, 1972. All right. Published in 1989 by Black Classic Press. There you go. It was outdated when we got it. Problem. It ain't science. It's the people that promoted the thing and not tell the people what the hell they was promoting because they didn't have literacy in it. That's why. So that's the answer. So no, it's not the white man's science. It's not that, right? Science is science. It did come to full maturity amongst Europeans, but hell, it was at that point you got the Muslims, the empires that was the House of Wisdom that was actually really making serious attempts to separate the two. They really was doing because they was great tool makers. They was in a golden age and they produced tools. Remember I said your senses. It's your senses. These people produce tools. Let me see. History of science, right? Helps kind of shoot. Goodness. Golden Age, Muslims, Golden Age. They recovered Greek texts, Islamic inquiry into Western Europe from the 10th, 11th century, revived the natural philosophy in the West. So that's Arab speakers. Muslim world during the Islamic go. I talked about the Golden Age. They revived that in the West. Okay, but hold on, let me see. Hmm. 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 Shoot. Classical antiquity, pre-Socratic, and Socrates and them. Want to go to the part where it just talk about how they were just great tool makers, y'all. And that allowed them to what? Extend our senses. Remember that? Remember we talk about that all the time? It's the damn tools, man. Um, hmm. Man. Greek astronomy, That's been a raging argument. Big up to our Space Age African Astronomy Club and the funny dudes like Ifa, who don't even practice Ifa. Nah, you don't gotta practice. That's your name. I'm just playing. But that's a whole argument, man. It's like we just gotta like people don't respect the foundation of nothing. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get people to respect how science comes to fruition, but we ain't gotta say white man science. You mean that in the Western world? Islamic world. I don't think it would have been here. Goodness gracious. Ptolemy, the Great Treaties, that's an astronomy. Let me see. Nah, man, I don't. So yeah, for that question though, man, listen, man, the books did you think they degrading is outdated, man? They not. That's why they ain't listening to it. And then if it ain't right, it don't matter who made it. It just wouldn't be right. Whether it was a white person book or a black person book. If it doesn't fit the standard of academia, it doesn't fit the standard of academia. Yeah, nature don't care about all that. You know, we fight to get it, to get as accurate as possible. And the problem is y'all putting up Dr. Ben's books, Diop's books against modern, up-to-date science. Craziest thing ever to do in the world, man. Why don't you put it up against books that was made back then in the 70s and watch how they work shine? That's the problem. Y'all the problem. I kid you not. The problem is y'all. All right? And taking their books and putting it on some books that got DNA evidence and studies in it, up-to-date archaeological surveys, and you putting Dr. Ben's books and Diop's books up against it and say, see, why they denying our books? Jesus Christ, why don't you just take a Ferrari from 2026 and put it against the Model T and say, why they dissing out cars? Boy. No, man. Standard academia is controlled by Western Euro scholars who denounce black. They don't. You got them denouncing the out of date work, man. That's what they. If the work is right, the work is right, bro. I hate to tell you, that's a lie you made up. Yeah, if the work is right, if the Olmecs are not African in 2026, just because just because people agree with that. Ivan Van Sermon, they're not going against. They saying he's just wrong. You can be in Africa and use the scientific method and challenge and challenge Ivan Van Serm's work. Would it be any different if black academics stand up and say that's wrong? We got plenty of black academics to say that's wrong. Dr. Miata tell you that's wrong. She made a whole cartoon, animated series, right, including the Olmecs, and didn't say that it was African. Yeah, man, come on, man. You can't prove nothing. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I see Priest King is in the building. He tripping. It wouldn't matter who wrote the damn book. If it's wrong, bro. Like I said, man, we're at fault, right? When we held up this book that was made in 1970, talking about, we was wrong. It was an outdated book from the start. We got it. It was outdated. We promoted it was out of date. Everybody on the YouTube 2000, when YouTube came on, 2008, 9, 10, we stand out there in New York. Yeah, Dr. Spin. Yeah, we should have said it's outdated. We should have said that. Then you get mad, right? And these are some of my favorite books. Yeah, Dr. Firstberg. It was outdated when I first held it up 20 years ago. When I first talked about it on Blog Talk, when I was in the studio, Black Acres of Atlanta, it was outdated right there. So I take part of responsibility. Shoot. It was done. It was outdated. Let's see. Seriously, man. And I'm banging on the elders. I ain't banging on no damn elders. Shit. I'm doing what they would have wanted me to do. DIs. Yeah. First published in Paris, 1981. When I held it up in 2010, it was outdated. Gone. Only thing can stand up is the data that can stand up. So I'm going to take my position in this, but y'all got to realize, man, that's what it is, yo. Seriously. First of all, I'm open that panel, but I ain't gonna open it yet. I'm definitely not open no panel until some support comes through. We're gonna do that. Hey, man, look out for the birthday show I'm gonna do too. I'm gonna play all my pseudo clips. I'm gonna play it. I know where they at. Could be a birthday party up in there, up in this piece. Play my pseudo clips. I know where they at. I definitely know where they at. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Be the 25th. What is it? Let me see. I'm not doing that show. Be a good show too. Wednesday. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What data Western scholars data knock it off? What data? What, man? This is crazy, man. Y'all can't take time. Y'all can't go back. Man, y'all, I think what's interesting is that we really had a chance to see how the field has changed, where scientific racism was, how that was defeated, right? How what part of that standard was brought forward. We recognize nothing is perfect, but we're not getting a book that was written in 1981 by Skeptics and putting that shit up against modern science, bro. Like you're gonna get beat and beat bad. And it's disrespectful to John Henry Clark's Dr. Ben Shigant Diop's, those who been really promoting science that y'all don't really want to talk about. Y'all don't want to talk about them. It's disrespectful for them to hold their work up against 2026 science. The genome is mapped out. Genome wasn't even mapped out. Wasn't mapped out yet. It just got finished fully mapped out, what, in 2022, something like that? When they started, when the human genome was when? 2000 and something. You know what I mean? You want to put that where? The human genome. Yeah, man, come on, man. Let me get the exact date. It's just crazy, bro. Like you really. Scientists reported to sequencing 88% of the human genome. But as of 2020, at least 8% is still missing. In 2021, scientists reported sequencing a complete female genome. Y'all thought it was totally complete, yo. The human chromosome consists of, let's see. All right. Was sequenced completely on January 2022. The current version of the standard reference genome, okay. In 2023, 22 chromosomes plus one copy of the X chromosome. 1.3 base pairs. Yeah, so all the way from 2000, scientists report. So in 2000, scientists reported of sequencing 88%. All right, of the genome, okay. And 2021 and 2020, all right. 2020, 8% was still missing. 2021, all right, they was getting there. 2022, yeah, come on, man. And y'all gonna put Diops in the book. Yeah, y'all doing them a great disservice for that. Got to keep it in time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we messing that up. But you got to start off with these books out, and Lord, no, don't mention Ivan Van Sertima. Yeah, come on, yo. One of my favorite joints right here, yo. I'm not giving the kids, yo, read that. Look, Christianity for Christ, 1938. 1938, Christianity for Ethiopian or origin of civilization. Pagan origin of the Christ myth, 1941. Introduction to African Civilization, 1970. Dr. Willis Higgins, 1934. Study African, 1934. 1937. And they published this in 2000. In 2000, they republished the work. Really, yo? It's my favorite dude right here, yo. John Jackson. Really? That's what y'all would have me do. To do what? You're not reserving the legacy when you make up shit. You're not helping. You're making it worse. So when I go on that young lady's podcast, man, Segments podcast, man, I'm not doing her a solid by saying, yeah, we start with this. Man, I'm putting her young mind in the middle of a quagmire. I'm influencing her decision to read this over this because of the color of the person's skin. Yeah, I'm gonna give it this first. You get it? Like, what? I'm gonna give it this first. Bill Nye, Undeniable Evolution and Science. Yeah, Bill Nye. Then he got a part 2 to it. He wrote this a couple years ago. Let's see when this was published. He brings up-to-date data on the situation. Bill Nye. Yeah, y'all would have me give a. Maybe he wrote this back in 2000. This is 2014 by William Nye, All Rights Reserved, right? When was it first copyright? When was it first published, right? And I know he got a part 2 to it too. I was supposed to get that. Sparked by the controversial debate on February 2014. Yeah, with the creationists. Yep. He had that debate. Yep. And it sparked it. So he put that information. When did they actually release this? I paid $25 for it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give it this first, right? I'm gonna have to give a up-to-date anthropology book right there. I'm gonna have to give it that. Then I'm saying your spare time, if you ain't got nothing else better to do, this is this. Like that's what we doing. We're not doing that. And I love Dr. Ben Shigant Diab still. John Henry Clark is my favorite. John Henry Clark and Hubert Harrison, they my favorite, right? I'm saying take a historical look at those who didn't believe, and this is it. The foundation was built on those who didn't believe because they gave you scientific acronym in academia, and they used white people. Yeah, it's funny. Crazy. Judas saying Gullah pseudo. Can't get past the monkey though, can you? Gullah was over there monkeying around, huh? Mm. Indigenous black man, you're becoming the fan favorite there. So some love, man. Let me play this though right here, man. Y'all ain't ready to get up on this panel yet. Got 0. Let me see. Like how y'all did make the first. Let me see here. Let me get it to cranking. The hell is y'all doing to y'all Saturday, man? Get to cranking it up. Let me see. I believe it's right here. All right, let's crank it from right here. gonna crank it right here. Let's go. Man, hit that cash app, man. Show some love, man. It's not about that today. Let me say what I'm gonna say. Easy banners. My point I'm making to you is this, bro. That humans didn't just find America and everything. They found this piece, that piece. And over time, through progression, they end up finding the majority of what they found. It's still things to be discovered. But what you were saying that out of nowhere, these niggas knew about the earth. Out of nowhere, no progression on number. Because you know why? Because God said that. Go ahead, Vince.
So let me just respond to you.
I don't want you to respond, Vince. Go ahead.
What?
Hey, how everybody doing on the panel?
Man, look, man. Augustine Hall is one of the top black scholars, right? Real quick. I hate beating you up like this, bro. It is easy work. Real quick. Egyptian race controversy. I took them all right before your question, didn't I? Let me show you how we do it. Let's see how they treating. See how they treating this man. You claim they ignoring this man. Let's see. Come on. All right, here you go. Right here. See, this is how we just unravel the outright lies. You see what this article is, the ancient Egyptian race controversy. Let's see how they treat our black scholars. He wants this one. 2025. Here you go. UNESCO, the International Scientific Committee chair and archaeologist, Augustine Hall, stated that Egypt was situated in an intersection between Africa and Eurasia. Is that a lie? By one of our black scholars, who is the chair, the International Scientific Committee, but affirmed Egypt is African, with fluctuating distribution of African and Eurasian populations depending on the historical circumstances. That's the statement he made right there, y'all. And he's right here. They let you know he's the chair. He's the committee chair of the scientific international community, which you claim to be the white man's science. So go tell that black man don't be the chair. It's all out ridiculous at a certain point. Tell him not to be the chair of the white man's science. Craziness. I just wanted to bring that out. Instead of you saying, okay, I was wrong. You're not going to say that. You're not going to say that you was wrong. You're not. But you are wrong. Okay, so that means you're wrong because he be using science. I deny his work. Okay, now you being okay. I'm at that point where I'm about to call you an idiot. I don't want to do you like that, bro. All right, because this man ain't said nothing that I don't say and agree with. Not a lick. I agree with the whole article. That's the difference between me and everybody else. I agree with the whole article right here. Me, I'm the only one that did that. Let me get back to my course of where I'm at. Yeah, you breaking a cipher with the foolery. Complete foolery. Yeah. Like I agree. I don't make up a source. I'm not the source. Never said that. Now let me go back and get that. Let me go back. Let me go back. Why I do that, man? Let me get this good. All right, here we go. But what you were saying that out of nowhere, these niggas knew about the earth. Out of nowhere, no progressional number. Because you know why? Because God said that. Go ahead, Vince.
So let me just respond to you.
I don't want you to respond, Vince. Go ahead.
What? Hey, how everybody doing on the panel?
What's up?
Hey,
What's up,
this how you know they talking about a flat earth, because he said the four corners. It ain't even though in the earth it ain't four corners. And then bro trying to flam it with the north, south, east, west. You can't say you created the earth and you don't know about every island.
Right.
So hold on. So let me respond right quick. So in Genesis, in Genesis, show me where it's talking about every island and continent and all of that.
No, he said he created the earth. So if you created the earth, you would know about every island, every continent. You would know about every animal, everything.
God created the earth, right?
So that's what your Bible says.
So Genesis says God created the earth, right?
That's what your Bible says.
So what are you talking about, bro?
He's not talking about that actual earth.
So is the earth?
It's called created the land. The word is land, bro.
So
it's
God
land.
didn't create the world? He didn't create the earth?
No, man, it's land.
No, first of all, he don't even exist.
It's the earth. It's the earth.
If we doing hypothetical.
Hold on, wait. I want y'all to know that the word earth is like dirt. Like, we gonna stop this, man. Like dirt is crazy up in here.
The word is erect. And it means land.
Remember, the land came up out of the water, bro.
So
why they gotta know that though? Why do y'all mess up? You know what I don't like? Hold on, let me tell us what I don't like. I don't like people messing up the beautiful culture. That's the Hebrew culture. Or the beautiful culture that's the Native American. Why can't we understand the world through their eyes? Ain't that why
y'all? Because they trying to make it literal, huh?
Go ahead.
That's the problem. They keep trying to make everything literal.
So hold on. So King J, with your statement, are you saying that God didn't create the whole earth?
I'm not King J.
I'm saying the word he uses erect. And that means land.
Does he use that to describe the whole earth?
Your God comes from
man,
the
you
mountain.
cannot cut in. Hold on. Check this out. If a person cut in again, yo, you know what I'm saying? We not doing that, bro. I'm gonna give you your time to speak, Savior. You messing up the decorum, yo. You can get in. We in the middle of saying something. Then you threw everything. Finish what y'all was saying, then Savior can go.
All right. So King J, the question to you is, since you came in, I was saying that God created the earth in Genesis, right? And then you came in to interject and say, no, he didn't create the earth. The word is land there. So are you saying, is that what you're saying, that he didn't create the earth? He just created land, basically?
I'm saying to them, so like, for instance, in regards like a flood story, right? I would say that it's not a global flood, it's just a local flood story. So it's only what the known world.
King J, simple question.
I would say that they created the land. Well, I mean, you mixed it up. Of course, we know God created the world.
but
we know that. But the word that's used there is not word. It's the word for land. So I would argue that.
King J, that's my point. I was saying that God created the earth, and I went to Genesis to show you guys that, right? And it uses the same word, doesn't it?
It doesn't count, yo. It doesn't count. No, you go into a religious text, doesn't count in a historical scientific conversation, because you can make it say any damn thing you wanted to say. And that is the point. That's why I'm trying to get people to see that your religion is your religion, it's your belief system. But we know when the earth and how the earth was accurately measured, when they discovered, when they circumnavigated the globe, and what technology took. You got niggas knowing about the world without none of that. They can't even keep the Assyrians off their ass. They can't keep the Egyptians off them. They're at the mercy of the court, bro. But yet they know the whole world. Are you serious? Yo, they can't even win a battle. Hey, bro, check this out. Yo, they never beat the Egyptians. They never beat the Assyrians. They never beat the Persians. They lost every time. But yet they knew the size and shape of the earth. Dude, do you know if they understood the size and the shape of the earth, they would have beat the shell of everybody they came in contact with? Did you know that? I'm going to say this again, ladies and gentlemen, since y'all not getting it. To know the size and shape of the earth, meaning you got a hell of a grasp on how earth is. Meaning you be on par with the rest of them people. For real. That's what it means. They wasn't on par with them. The best thing they got going for them is their story that y'all now believe. It is ridiculous to think that. You're not talking about Hebrew people right now. Hold on. For the record, you're not talking about the biblical people that wrote the story. You're talking about some other shit. You definitely ain't talking about them.
So Ankh, you're deflecting right now. You're not. You're
not talking about the Hebrews.
You're making a straw man argument.
No, it's not. No, it's a real conversation. I'm gonna say I don't know about the straw man and the steel man and the iron man. I'm saying you are not talking about the people that existed in an environment at around 1200 BCE. No, not even that. 600 BCE. You're not talking about them. You talk about somebody else. I'm having a conversation about the archaeological finds of real people that over time end up becoming a nation. In Israel somewhere. I'm not talking about who you talk about. The people you talk about understood the size and the shape of the earth. I'm not talking about them people. We having two separate conversations.
You scared.
Savion, you next. Savion, go ahead, Savion, you next. Savion.
Yeah, you scared.
Because I'm not talking about them. I'm saying I'm not talking about the people you talking about.
Yeah, you scared.
I'm not talking about the people you talk about. You created in your mind. Go ahead, Savion.
You've been beat up and now you're scared. That's all it is.
Yeah, fine, no problem.
Word up.
All right, so for all the believers, the one thing that I hear continuously is this misappropriation and this misapplying of science to what the writers of this Bible knew. And when they were creating certain things, we have to leave the Bible in its cultural milieu and let it speak for those people and stop trying to futurize and what's the word Madonna likes to use? He know the word that I can't he knows it. Future tense in it, doing that future.
Oh, you talking about prophesize?
No, not prophesize.
What he trying to say, trying to throw by their way into history.
Foreshadowing. Stop trying to do the foreshadowing and acting as if the Bible was talking about things that it wasn't. The Bible was written for a specific culture of people and those people only. They was writing their etiological myth tale to fit into a culture and an area that was dominating them. As I was telling you, they were not leading anything. They were always vassals, being overran by dominant kingdoms, Persia, Assyria, Rome, Babylon, Egypt. When were they ever at the height of anything scientific?
Well, I don't know about that, but they knew that God was a man. I know that.
So again, they knew they had a story where their God from the steppes of Teman, mountains of Sayer, created the world in 6 days without a sun and the moon. For the first 3 days, he created plants and animals before there was a sun. Then he created humans after he created animals. He created the woman after he created the man from the woman's rib. So we know these people were not scientific at all. Not to talk about the sun standing still. People.
Hold on. If you take somebody from a rib, that's genetic engineering. What are you talking about?
Hey, we're not finna play stupid because you like to be stupid.
Well, you call it what you want, but that's genetic engineering when you look at it.
Let me go to
anytime you taking something a rib, that's genetic engineering.
Let me go to the other side. We're not listening to you. We're not talking about those people.
To the panel.
The people that can do all that, we're not talking about the people. We're talking about the real Hebrews. Go ahead.
Peace to the panel.
right, go ahead.
And I want to say this to everybody: we are not adversaries here, man. We're having a discussion, and I want to stand on the back of Ankh and Savio, just for the simple fact that, and I'm just gonna go plain out with it. We don't know. Only thing we know is the scientific method. The biblical story is just what it is, a methodical story for those people, because you can find in this methodical story that a world was created, but before this methodical world was created, Egypt and Cush and that stuff already had existed 1,500 years before this story came about. So let's not act like everything magically happened. It is a scientific method that happened that we are here today, right? So if you want to superimpose spirituality to that, or your deity to that, then that's you. You gotta keep that personal. You can't get on a panel on like this one right here. And I mean, Easy Bands and what Muhammad, you can't get on a panel. Listen, brother, you can't get on a panel trying to prove this stuff, because the only way you can prove it is through belief. So that's the whole point. And me, myself, I come from a Christian background. And now that I have learned a lot more, I understand that you have to have a scientific method first. Let me respond to you. Listen, hey man, quick, why did you cut me off? All I'm saying is you got to have a scientific method, because that is what the world is based on. Science progresses this world.
Let me respond.
Scientific. Now, why is you keep trying to?
Because you made your point already.
How you gonna tell me what I made, Easy Band? I'm gonna say this, because this guy just keep diving in. He wants.
You gotta stop. Come on, Easy Band. Let the man talk, bro. Come on.
The man wants to try to put a mythological point across that he cannot prove. Only thing you can prove it, Easy Band, is through your testimony, through your personal life and your spirituality.
You said that already.
Personal. It's not. It's not. Man, this guy here, dude. See, and that's the problem. And you said this a while back, and about 4 years ago, I agree with you then. I just wasn't so much in the science. But there was a time that you would get killed for your spiritual beliefs if you said something wasn't the way it is. And listen, in this time right here, you won't get killed, but you're going to keep getting cut off in the conversation because they want to superimpose spirituality. I'll rest there.
Yeah, so let me respond to you. So
yeah, but you wasn't next though. But you wasn't next though. You wasn't next though. We had somebody else that was next.
Addressing me though.
I don't know. I wasn't. I just
addressing you.
Right. You just addressed me.
It's not for you, Easy Band. You just a believer.
Wow.
Bring that back. Easy Band.
So hold on.
Easy Band, he wasn't talking. You got. They didn't say Easy Band.
No, bro. All right.
You're not the only believer up here. You got you man. Come on, bro. What is wrong? See. God should have told him to calm down.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm done.
Yeah, I cannot believe God ain't tell that man to relax. We got a couple believers on the panel, yo. Like, what are we talking about here?
Hey, believe it or not, I'm a believer.
Right.
I don't believe the way they do. I don't believe the way they do, so that's a problem.
Then, all right, Easy Band, you'll never gotta get on the panel again. Then your sense is a clown show.
Right.
Because you the clown that left. See, you the clown that left.
Right.
See, you the clown. You the clown that don't got no decorum. You the one that think that everybody talking to you. You think it's your show. It's not your show. You're a guest. Act like a guest, bro. I appreciate your conversation of stupidity. Because it's regularly stupidity. Sometimes we can come to grips, but most times it's stupidity. We argue about things that make no sense. You talking about a whole nother people that knew the size and shape of the earth, could build aircraft carriers. They did all that. I get it, bro. They understood human being. I get it, bro. But I'm not talking about them people. You would have to go take your time and verify those people. I haven't found those people.
Right.
What I found was a primitive people cooked between Egypt and Palestine some damn where and grew into a nation, bro. A small nation. Never was a superpower. They write about it like they was. That's the people I'm talking about, bro. I ain't talking about people you talking about. I don't know who that you talking about, somebody other people. Y'all got to stop doing that. I'm talking about the people that we can verify through archaeology.
Right.
And we can verify through their text. I don't need a bunch of white people coming up with wild ideas in the text and a bunch of crazy black people coming up with a bunch of wild ideas in the text. I don't need that. That confuses us. We're not bashing their religion. Hold on. I'm not here to bash your religion.
Right.
I'm here to teach you something about the size and shape of the earth and when humans actually figured it out. I'm here to talk about that they wasn't talking about the whole world. They was talking about what the world they knew, the known world for them is different from what the known world would have been to a person in Australia. Australian, indigenous Australian people created creation story, and it's just as thick as a Hebrew story. Y'all just don't know that. Y'all have prioritized, made the Hebrew story right here, the Bible thing, because you have been colonized. I am working on uncolonizing your mind, where you can go to many different creation stories and learn about a lot about humans. That's all I'm doing. That's it. You bash your own religion by messing it up. People bash Diops by making something up about Diops. That's not Diops. Anyway, go ahead.
Dude, this dude down there writing, this is a clown show. See, that shows you his decorum right there, easy band. And you know, I respect people for who they are and what they believe in. But my thing, in 2026, keep your religion to yourself. That's all I'm saying. If you want to have a testimony of what God did for you, what Jesus did, good, because it's on. We don't have to believe it. Nobody has, because you know what your spirituality and you know what God did from you. People talk about I'm convoluted. I'm just real. Can't nobody prove nothing in that book. Only thing you can prove is through testimony of what happened to you in your life with your God. That's the only thing that you can prove. And then whether we believe it or not, it don't matter, because you believe that your salvation is in your deity. So that's on you. That's all I'm saying. I'm not your adversary, man. I'm just saying, at 65 years old, I'll be 66 at the end of the month. I found that you should keep your beliefs to yourself unless you want to personalize it and help somebody else who believes what you believe. But you can't get on a panel of people saying that the earth was created and he broke a man from his rib, and you can't be doing all of that because you cannot prove it. It's just a historical, a mythical story, man. So that's why, and I'm fine with that, because I do believe, and I don't know, something created us, whether it was evolution or whether it was God, right. Something created all of this. So that's what I believe, you know.
Well, we can prove that the dry land came out the water. That can't be proven.
All right. I got no problem with that.
So can I add on to the bill?
Yes, sir.
And we can prove God is a man with flesh and blood.
No, that would be you, sir, not a God from the sky.
I need to know
you can't even prove that with the text.
Whenever you say
all through the Bible, it said God is a man. Even when you go to the Quran, the Bible Quran talk about God as a man, just like me and you, bro. So y'all got to get out of that spookiness. Y'all stuck on spooky.
The first sentence of the Bible is Bereshit bara Elohim. What does Elohim mean?
More than one.
Okay, so you just cut yourself.
So that means, like I said earlier, Adam and Eve was created by black people. Adam and Eve was talking about white people who was created 6,000 years ago.
Elohim.
So the Elohim is talking about scientists.
This shit just. Do y'all ever want to say anything intelligent, Madonna?
Okay, if you got 3 kids, don't they got your image and your likeness? See, y'all dealing with the spookiness. We dealing with real human beings, bro. That's what that was, man. The Elohim was black scientists. They said, let us create these white people in our image at our likeness. That's what that was.
Madonna, women do not come from the ribs of men, okay? And it did not happen.
Women come out the womb of a woman.
Right.
But the question was one magical time in the garden.
Okay, don't we create test tube babies? You had scientists back there creating things back in ancient times. Those were scientists.
You have no proof of that.
Not the spooky stuff that people dealing with. We're talking about.
You have no proof of that. I'm gonna just say. And first, let's acknowledge this, because the question was that Unc brought up is a poignant one. Is man God, or is he a believer? And
man is God.
And the historical fact is they're both, because man created both words, man created both definitions for words, man created both concepts and ideology for the words.
Right. So God is a man. Right?
So So you
Get
can.
jealous.
It
That's
depends
why I
on how
said-
you. It depends on how you define it.
I
Let me
said
finish.
God get jealous.
Let me finish what I'm saying, though.
Being a man, but go ahead.
Let me finish what I'm saying, though. What I'm saying is, it all comes from man. So whatever you want to call what created this earth, because don't nobody have an explanation of what created it. A man called it God, or a man called himself God, or a man called a tree God. Men called, it depends on the definition of what you as a human being define as God. And it depends on the definition of what you as a human being defines as what a belief is. Because some people say they believe in this and they'll be like, no, you're not a believer. You're not a true believer. So it's all man-made up. But
Well,
I also want to, hold on, but that's what separates religion and belief and all that stuff from science. Because science, we observe it. Like there was a brother on here some minutes ago talking about how a fact differs from a scientific theory and how that a scientific theory isn't a fact. And he tried to correlate those two as if the scientific theory is false because it's not a fact. But what he doesn't understand is language, what he doesn't understand is comprehension, and what he doesn't understand the definitions when you put it in the proper settings. When you use a word like differ in a scientific setting, because first I want to tell you this, a fact is a one thing that someone observes. It's a one thing that we observe and we establish that it's a fact. But a scientific theory is a body of well-organized facts. See, so it's like if I say a goose is not geese, a goose is one goose, but a geese is a collection of gooses, right? So we can't say a goose is a geese. What I'm talking about, when you use the word differ, it doesn't mean that it's not a fact, that scientific theories are not fact. It's an explanation. It's a body of well-organized facts that explains something that you're studying or something that you're observing.
Yeah,
and when we start convoluting, but there wasn't a well-established definition of that.
Let me know when I can go. Let me know when I can go.
You can go now because
go ahead.
I've been muted.
Say what you're gonna say.
Muted for a while. I've been muted for a while. And here's the thing. I apologize if I came across the wrong way, but the thing is, I do have a slight delay. So the thing is, I'm not trying to cut the brothers off. It's just that I got that little slight delay. But let me respond to this guy who just talking. He just cut his own self. Say that again. What you said, brother?
I said a whole lot. So what do you? Yeah, I said a whole lot. So what in particular are you saying that I cut myself off?
Just repeat what you said again.
I said a whole lot, brother. I said a whole lot, so you need to specify.
Summarize.
In summary, I said that men created the word God and created the word belief, their definitions, how they're applied, right? So men could be both, God and a believer, right?
But see, Omar is the one who had contention about what you said in regards to the scientific theory.
No.
Talk about that.
Keep talking. No. So let me address that.
Omar, you were the one who was talking about scientific theory and scientific fact, right?
No, not to you, King J, to the other brother who was talking.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, you good, brother. You good, brother. Respect. So he just said what Omar was talking about and this and that. What he said, I didn't say that. I read the source. So the thing.
What are you talking about? Wait a minute, you haven't even established what I said and what you said.
Oh my!
What he said and what I said. What did you say and what did I say? See, you confused. You don't even know what in the world you talking about, brother.
You went into your whole BS spiel because it was BS. You went into
this proves what I said. If you can remember.
This brother said, something, but it's something scientific fact. He don't know what the theory is saying. A theory and a
he said a fact differs from a theory. Is that what you're talking about? Scientific theory.
And it does differ. The word is differ.
Yes, I agree, but it doesn't mean that doesn't mean that it's different. That was his argument,
brother. If I say from what you said, I differ from what you say. Or I beg to differ.
Okay.
Cut. Crickets.
How you cutting? You beg to differ. Wait a minute, how you cutting? I allowed you to keep speaking, and now you said you cut.
Slow down, brother.
What are you talking
Slow
about,
down,
brother?
You did get cut.
I'm waiting for you.
You
How?
understand key words.
How?
The key word was differ.
I don't dispute the word differ.
Listen,
I don't dispute that word. You're not listening. You're not listening, brother.
Listen, brother, your fight is not with me. Your fight is what the source and the definition that I pulled up. So the thing is, don't argue with me. You need to argue.
What is your? I'm not arguing against the source, though, brother. I'm not arguing against the source. I'm arguing against the point that when the brother tried to make that said that a scientific fact is different from a scientific theory, and he tried to imply that a scientific theory isn't fact, but it's not a fact because a fact is one thing. So he's right. It's not a one fact. It's a collection, a body of facts. That's what it is.
Both of y'all sound confused.
Right, brother. I'm done. You just said
all I'm trying to acknowledge you, and all I'm trying to tell you is what a scientific theory is, and you guys are trying to debate against scientific theories like they're not facts, right? Right? Like they don't have their explanations of study and of observations with well-organized body of facts. That's what a scientific theory is. You can't get around that.
Man, the white man definition got y'all falling apart.
But you speaking the white man language right now, and you speak the white man, and you read the white man's language when you read that Bible that you trying to interpret.
Okay, who created English,
brother?
But you talking about the white man's language.
Who created English, brother?
Brother, I'm gonna land right here, right quick. Hold on to the other brother. Talking to I think what's your name, brother? Who disagreeing with me? What's your name, brother? Assad, something like that.
My name is SaNeter, brother, not something like that. My name is SaNeter. Get it right. And if you can read it on the screen.
Brother, I'm looking at my phone, and the writing is pretty small, brother. That's why I asked. I wouldn't.
Well then do your touch screen and widen it and look at my name. You can do that.
Brother, you
but
Seven on Domo.
No. This is SaNeter, whatever that. I don't know
whatever, huh? Yeah, you the one stumbling and can't get your words out.
Whatever, brother. You entitled to believe what you believe in, and I'm entitled to believe.
I don't go and believe, brother. I'm only in the know, brother. I'm only in the know, brother.
I know.
How am I mad? You the one over here on a tirade, got my name all wrong. Can't even explain what I said. Yeah, you the one that sounds hurt.
You don't know what's going on tomorrow. You don't know what's going on next week. You don't know everything.
Well, you going on a tangent and gonna call me emotional, but you ain't going on a tangent.
You don't know what's going on next month. You don't even know what's going on next month. What are you talking about?
But you can't dispute the fact that.
And I'm gonna play it for you. You just said that it's not facts. But hold on. 5 minutes.
I said what wasn't facts?
It was facts, brother. Hold on.
See, you don't even know what I said, brother. You don't even know what I said.
Correct me if I'm wrong. No, brother, you contradicted your own self. I heard you.
How?
Calm down. It hurts. First of all, you said, theory and scientific theory. Yeah, you was right, brother Omar, when you did with the thing when you messed up. It is facts. And then 3 minutes after that, it's not facts. Brother,
that's not what I said, brother. Your comprehension skills are horrible. That is not what I said, brother.
You need to rewind.
I didn't say that.
You need to listen to yourself. Yes,
I will, and you need to listen as well,
brother.
Because I definitely didn't say nothing about Omar. I was agreeing with that's who I was agreeing with. And I was giving you clarity.
The thing is, brother,
what you want to do is talk over me.
Correct yourself. You can't stand corrected to say, you know what, I may have said that, but guess what? I misspoken.
Brother, I know what I said. You don't know what I said. You can't even articulate what I said.
Earlier when I was talking to King J, he said Columbus. I said, you know what, King J, stand corrected. It was Vespucci. My bad. I said, I correct myself, brother. I was wrong. Did I not, King J?
You correcting yourself when you was wrong isn't valid to this point because you haven't proven me wrong, right? And now you're going on a tangent because you think that you're right and you're upset that I made my statement.
You can't.
You couldn't even. I had to repeat it to you because you couldn't even remember what I had to say.
Brother, just say you spoke wrong. Just say you didn't mean that.
I'm not going to say something that I know that I didn't do.
Man, yo.
So you might as well go ahead and end your tangent, brother, because you haven't proven me wrong. And what you think that you know, you haven't proven that either.
I proved my point by pulling up the source and by reading definition. So the thing is, brother,
I didn't even disagree with the definition. See, you're not listening. You're not even listening.
Brother, you mad at me. You need to argue with that source.
I'm not mad at all. I came to correct the record. You the one that's upset. You the one that's dealing with emotion, brother.
I know it hurts.
You dealing with so much emotion, you can't even remember what I had to say.
It hurts.
I know it hurts. I know.
Hold on.
It looks like you need something for that. You need to get something for that.
The contention is over the definition of the word scientific theory.
No. Hold on real quick.
You see, he don't even know. People don't even know what in the world you talking about.
Words have been doing it for you, brother. Calm down. I know everything.
I am calm. You're the one that's going on in the tangent. I'm calm.
Brother, I just want to say to you, brother, this conversation is getting heated, but still, as man to man, I respect you. The reason why I'm talking how I'm talking, because I ain't gonna say it's a debate. This is a heated conversation. Things are going to be heated. But guess what? At the end of the day, I'm going to still respect you. You know what I'm saying? Even though I disagree with you, you know what I'm saying? And we'll smooth everything out. Everything is all solid. Everything is all good. But go ahead.
Well, brother, we can agree to disagree. I have no problem with that. This conversation isn't heated to me. I've been in some heated conversation. It's probably more spirited than heated, if you want to use a word. Maybe we can agree to disagree on a word. But I do respect you, and I respect everybody on this panel. We may differ in opinions, right? But we can always agree that we're here to try to educate and teach and learn ourselves here on this platform. And led by our brother Ankh or our brother SaNeter or whoever ever may lead the panel, I think we should respect them enough to make sure that we stay on topic and we not get too out of what we're trying to do. So we may agree to disagree, but let me ask you this, and let me ask you this, brother. Let me ask you this. So do you agree with me that men created the word God and the concept of God and created the word belief and the concept of belief?
Now, I agree with you. Man may have created or interpreted the word God, but the thing is, he is the Most High. He is the Most
But you
High.
read that from somewhere, right? You read that from somewhere, right?
No, God is more of Greek context and English context.
Actually, Elion is a Semitic word, brother. Elion.
On how we comprehend it, But 2,000 years ago, but 2,000 years ago, how did they comprehend it?
Brother, when you came out your womb from your mother, you had to learn everything from your parents or whatever adult person did. They taught you language, they taught you concepts, and they taught you ideology. When you came out your womb, you didn't say that word God or even understand the concept of what a God was. Men gave you that. So when you tried to make it seem like, oh yeah, that God was created by somebody else, created by a man, who then other people started using that word and using those ideologies. Everything that you know or believe, it was taught to you by someone, right? And then you took what was taught to you and you interpreted the way you wanted to. That's how human beings live on this earth.
You know what? To put it in small language, absolutely, you are correct. But then guess what? I had to find direction. You know what I'm saying? I had to find correction. And I found that in the Bible. I found it through guys like Captain Cesariak, like I said, who I highly start with. who I highly agree with, So hold on, to give a brother like me direction. So Asar, you are absolutely correct. Yeah, from what my mother taught, because you see my name.
Okay, man, we done.
Muslim.
All right, we done.
I grew up Muslim.
We done.
So you know, I could fall back. I could fall back from that.
Come on, we done. Enough of that. Cosmos, that's the one that makes the the side, the shape of the earth, right? That's when he realized, right? And it happened in Egypt, and he went to a well, he used a well, measured the shadow, another country, and they figured it out. I'm not doing all this with y'all. If y'all don't have enough relaxation amongst yourselves to realize that I'm not banging on your religion, then that's your fault. It's your fault that you believe in something that colonized. That's your fault. That's not mine. I'm not saying get rid of your religion. I've never said that. In my younger years, I bashed the hell out you for your religion. I think it's slavery. Because I know what the colonizers did. I'm not on y'all like that these days. I keep my own opinions like that to myself. You know what I'm saying? I just gave my kids scientific literacy. And through that, they seen that all of them was creation stories. Man's early attempt. That's where they put it at. Y'all sitting up here talking about the Hebrew. I'm sitting here saying, ain't nowhere in the world y'all actually supposed to think that the Hebrews had scientific literacy and all that. Ain't nowhere in the world you're supposed to think that they knew about the earth or the whole earth, that the flood was a global flood. Y'all just believing at that point. Y'all been duped, man. Y'all been duped, bro.
I got a question for you.
No in between on that. I'm not.
I got a question for you.
No, I'm not. No, because you ain't playing fair. You ain't playing. You ain't listening to Seven Assault. You just you switching back and forth. But you make your mind up which God you're gonna follow. Is a Muslim God?
He changed the conversation.
I'm just saying that's you.
Salaki, he changed the conversation.
Why would you even follow Tazariak? What person with some sense follow Tazariak? Read the shit for yourself. Read it with a map. And you say, oh, man, he ain't following Tazariak with that. He's a nut. When we stop,
that's slander. No, that's slander.
It's the truth, bro.
That's slander. That's slander. No. It is slander. Hold on. I'm
not gonna let you cut me off, yo. If anybody's sitting there looking in your face and say the sky's cracking and the church gonna come through, you a nut. You get that? That's nut talk. You couldn't say it too many times before they put you in a daggone insane asylum. Go outside right now and stand in the middle and say, yeah, the sky's gonna crack, and do it every day and say how long you stand there. It's not, come on, man. I'm not even doing that to y'all. I'm saying, bro, they didn't know about no genetic, what's the common time about genetic altering?
Come on, man.
No, it's not fair.
That's slander. That's slander.
You're making it not fair. You have a book. You're supposed to read the book for yourself. That's not slander. I'm gonna say this again. As a responsible adult,
you just called him a nut.
You just the sky gonna crack. He said the sky gonna crack.
Yo, respectfully.
How does the sky crack? First of all, explain to me how the portal open or something. Come on, man.
Man, listen, that's all I gotta say. Yeah. You
like that better?
Yeah, like I said, I highly agree with Cap, and I follow him and stuff like that. But the thing is, Cap ain't a nut. And this is why I say he ain't a nut. What is Cap is doing? Hold on. What is
make me explain how the sky gonna crack?
Since you first met Cap, hold on. When you first met Cap, what was Cap at? Boots on ground.
He had a motorcycle outfit with skirts on it.
What's SaNeter at? Boots on ground.
Listen, man, let me say this, man. When I met this man had spikes and a leather jacket. Man, he had on a Power Ranger outfit. If you walking around with a Power Ranger outfit on, you a nut. You're not all there. Listen, bro. Trust me. Trust me. I've been around the action, yo. If y'all got the funny hats on and all that hats and talking something, hey, yo, you a nut.
I got a serious question for you, Aunt. I got a serious question for you.
I'm not finished. Let me finish. I want to get
let me know when
I'm gonna let you
done.
know
I got
when I'm done. I'm saying, bro, listen, bro. Remember, I'm the guy that talk about the New Wapians. Yo, they had the funny hats. If I just had the person say, hey, yo, watch out for the funny hats, I could have had a clue. It's the funny hats. If we're polite, funny hat. Funny hats, y'all, means something. If you got a whole different dress, if you got on a 3-piece suit in 100-degree weather, you tripping. You would at least change the outfit. It's something going on that's making you not think. A thinking person changed their outfit.
You consider
person changed their outfit at
you consider polite a pseudo?
It's the costume.
Pseudo. He's not only a pseudo.
By what statements? By what statements?
By the costume.
Whoa. You don't think polite is pseudo?
No, I think polite. I think he made some dumbass decisions, of course, and he probably had a mess. He was a pedophile. He's a private child lover, but he wasn't an idiot. He wasn't stupid. What are you talking about here? Are you telling me? Wait, hold on, wait. You think
it's me? You know you talking to me.
You messing with polite on a scholastic level for real?
I always have beat him half to death. He wouldn't go against me. Facts about it. You ain't know that?
You tripping. I'm lying.
Hey, you think I'm? Hold on, yo. I gotta be
like. Hold on, wait. You telling me on a scholastic level, you messing with brother polite?
Beats the shit out of him. He don't even want to have a conversation with me.
When? Okay, can you jog my memory?
Okay, the vaccines.
Okay, talk to me.
5G. The nigga said the 5G towers caused the coronavirus. Pseudo.
Right.
I hope that jogged your memory.
Polite had his times, but
he said he had a thermo telescope, yo. That's $1 million for that man. Got $1 million.
So he had a theory. He had a theory.
Really? Come on, man. Polite was a scammer, yo. He was a scammer and ended up being a pedophile.
He was smart, but he added a lot of stuff.
Smart to y'all? No, see, hold on. Can I tell you what he did better than me? Would y'all like to hear it?
Yeah, he worded
talk to us.
Yeah. He pronounced every word correct.
Right.
Absolutely.
Listen to me, yo. But that's a sign of a pseudo.
So how did I know that?
I'm gonna say this again for you. If you ever really get a chance to talk to a scientist, they don't even use the big words. When they
ain't the sign.
They gonna say it right. Trust me, yo. Just call me a game changer, yo. I give people little points that they can just pick up on. I don't even make it come. Funny hat, say every word perfect. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, there's always some money about it. Always.
So he ain't got no crazy Ankh statements on record.
Yeah, I make a lot of mistakes, but I own.
All right, though. So you a pseudo?
I'm not. No, I'm not. I come from pseudo beginnings, but I'm not a pseudo. I don't stay from
pseudo beginnings.
Yeah, I come from pseudo beginnings.
At least you can admit it, huh?
That's why I catch y'all all the time, yo. Yeah, I'm saying that's why I get y'all all the time, of course. Yeah, and until I actually learn how to understand what science is, bro.
Right.
And that's what I'm telling you. It's keys. If you look at let's take the New Wapians for a minute, right?
All right.
They had the funny hats. What was all that about?
Right. The costume.
The crowns. But cats been wearing crowns in the Black conscious community since the early days of the Nation of Islam.
They've been pseudo. That's the point. They've been pseudo.
That makes you a pseudo.
Yeah, you see me doing
they cosplaying. They cosplaying.
There you go. I ain't never did that, yo. Y'all never seen me. I wear regular clothes. They look.
So if I throw on a dinka cloth and I'm out here, y'all mean I'm trying to resonate with the culture. I say y'all here cosplaying. I say pseudo, man. He done lost.
No, that's a different. I say.
That's their cultural identifier, though.
Man, that's not they. Look, first of all, African Americans aren't from the land of Israel. Dressing up like they would run up in Israel if they had type of clothes on. It's crazy, bro. It doesn't even match the time. Listen, bro. I know what I'm talking. Listen.
So they can't have. Man, I don't like this. I don't like the way that you putting it though, because the way that you putting it, the reason I'm giving you backlash on this though, is because it's people watching us.
Right.
And they take an Ankh. What some people is taking Ankh word for law. I'm letting the people know Ankh word ain't law.
Okay.
Them people got the right to have a identifier, to have an identification, to have a dress code. Nation of Islam, three-piece suit, bow tie, clean cut. That's how you know that that's them brothers. Ain't nothing wrong with them brothers having identification. Now, I do slightly have a problem with throwing on the pharaoh hat and with the joint coming down over your shoulders. No knock to them, the way that Shaka Amos kind of did it, or and dressing up in
Think about
I'm not with all that. That's crazy.
Why European Christians ain't dressing like the 1800 Europeans then? Right? That's their culture. Right?
They don't got, listen, just because I'm not here marking my success and what we doing in the Black conscious community versus what the white all
I'm saying is they're not cosplaying, brothers. They moved to modern times. They're not cosplaying. They're not trying to dress like how they dressed in 1800 because of some religion. We doing that. Or whoever's doing it. It ain't just black people, it's other people doing it. But that's cosplaying, brother.
Right.
I disagree with you, because when you go to real priests, real bishops, they wear traditional attire. They wear the same attire that they've been wearing for hundreds of years. That you don't see, like, it's only in those mega churches where the pastor's sitting up there with the Louis Vuitton and the and the Gators on, and that's all that new age super church that you get in scam stuff. But if you talking about on a more traditional level, they still wearing the same garments that they've been wearing.
So the people that was the people that those priests were teaching back then, are they still dressed in the same way? The modern people that were learning from those priests aren't, but the priests are, because that's a traditional thing. So yeah, that tradition can hold there, but that tradition doesn't hold across the whole modern society. Modern Christians who still go to those same churches where the priests still dress the same, don't dress how they dressed in earlier
modern
times.
Christians are not traditional.
So not everybody that are Israelites that are dressing like that are priests, right?
No, modern Christians. Hold on, wait. You don't act. Let's not ask the question. Not give opportunity. Modern Christians are not traditionalists. They are not traditionalists. When you go to your Roman Catholic, which is going to be which is the house of Christianity, the head of Christianity, they still dress traditionally.
Because there was an evolution of Christianity, of religions. People don't practice religion the way they did now, the way they did back then. Right?
Of course not.
Okay, so people don't dress the same way that they dressed back then either.
Hey, I'll say,
some do. You cannot make that. Hold on, wait 1 second, Suntan. You cannot make that as an absolute, because some do.
All right, let me say this. Hold on, Asar 7. Let me say this to you, Ashay. You are one guy who goes against this Hebrew doctrine, because I spit you at it and I let you go a lot of times ahead of me, because I like your, I like where you're coming from, right? So, would you agree? And then it's not everybody that has this identity. When we say the costume and the hat, would you agree that the Hebrews of this day, wearing all of these chains and all that, wearing their little outfit and costumes, would you agree that that's formidable? And would you agree that that's their identity and it's okay? It wouldn't be strange.
I don't think it's okay, because it's not scripture based. It's nowhere. They don't. Okay, let me answer you in full, Sultan. They don't have no imagery to base off of. They don't have like they scripture don't give them a specific dress code outside of the chest plates, which I see some of them do wear. But when you see them just out there full of Power Range gear, that ain't scripture based.
Right.
I agree with that. I agree. Yeah, I think you're right in that.
That's all I'm saying. Hold on a second, you can go. All I'm saying is, like a Muslim, they got the little bow tie, the suit. Our image is appropriate for a person who, I believe, the image should reflect, your whole group, right? But not when it's coming to be some sort of, well, you can even just make a joke about it, says Halloween. But you can't really make a joke about a Muslim attire, because it's proper attire.
Yeah, proper attire.
You know what I'm saying? So
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Right. So that's all I'm saying. And then when you go to high priest, all these white guys who got on all this things, they got on the cape and the hats and stuff, these popes and all of that. I guess you would say that's okay too, right, Ashak?
Well,
I mean, because
in a religious setting, absolutely. Now, let me give an example because we spoke about the Nuwapians. Prince York, the way that brother Prince York would come on SaNeter dress was appropriate. He could dress like that anywhere, and he had the crown and everything. I would not say that brother was cosplaying. That's like when I think Nuwapian, I'm thinking the youngest version of the Nuwapo that I've seen, and that was like a Prince York. Even like Brother Polite and stuff, like those brothers were not just dressed absurdly. They weren't.
I would say the Nuwapian was cosplay because it was a made-up thing.
I was just about to say, what's the difference between being a Nuwapian and somebody who wants to dress up like a Marvel character?
The Nation of Islam was a made-up thing.
Nuwapians, that was a made-up thing. Would you agree?
Yes, just like the Nation of Islam, just like the Nation of Islam was a made-up thing.
No, but see, that was made up back in history. This Nuwapian was made
up.
No,
Suntan.
Okay, well,
I say it's right. No, I say it's right in that they are new certain concepts and ideology. He's correct. But I would say that the Nation of Islam would be based on more Muslim traditions than what we don't even know what the Nuwapian is based on. It's based on a whole collection of things.
The Nation of Islam literally contradicts the Quran when he's speaking about snipping of their beards. You know, they're not supposed to do that. You know what I mean? That's not Quranic. You know, but the thing about, let me say this, please. But the thing about the Nation of Islam and the lie to Muhammad Louis Farrakhan was that they were just utilizing Islam as a vehicle to drive home their true message. They were never, if you ask me, I don't think they were ever truly Islamic. You know what I mean? They didn't make.
No, I agree. It was an opposition to Christianity. I agree. It was opposition to Christianity.
Yeah. So when it came down to their dress code, bow tie, clean cut, they said if you had the beard, you either had to snip that joint off. You couldn't have all this stuff. It wasn't no nappy froze. That dress code was not religiously inspired. That was a creation of Elijah.
No, it was a cultural thing.
That's how they told the people that they should dress.
No, it was a cultural thing. I say, if you look at this, if you study the history of Nation of Islam, they wanted their members to look clean, professional, and pristine, and they wanted to have a specific look.
Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah, I can see the hat.
I'm teaching right now.
I can see it.
I'm teaching. Clear right here. This is clear right here. Clear. Funny hat. Right?
Yep.
Ain't no dispute over what this man did. Y'all act like he didn't. I'm gonna let y'all keep playing. I'm gonna let y'all keep playing with y'all lives here. Here you go again. It's my man right here. This blue pill. It's my man though, right? Look at the hat. He teaches pseudo information. The first two is pseudo. They teach pseudo information. Here you go, Polite. The funny hat. There you go. It's something in common.
That's not a funny hat, man.
Funny hat. It's a cook hat. It's a funny hat. Let me finish my point. All right. Here you go. Yo, funny hat. Just work with me. Sunglasses, a little bit matchy, too muchy, too much. I'm trying to let y'all know. Do not take information from people with that. Like I'm telling you, listen to what I'm saying. Here we go. That's yours. The funny hat. It's starting to make sense. Here we go. Nature boy. Man got life in prison because y'all found somebody with the funny. He's a black Indian. Be aware of the black Indians. Listen to what I'm telling you. Here we go. Here we go. This man actually followed a white man. Y'all know that, right? The guy was white that actually started the thing. Y'all know that. Y'all not that delusional today. Here you go. Nasty Bell. Where's he at? Where's he at today? I ain't got to speak on it. The whole Power Ranger costume.
Yeah, he crazy.
Yeah, y'all sitting around here playing with me, yo. You know what, yo? I've been around long enough, yo.
But you know the problem, man.
Let me finish my point. I've been around long enough, yo. To see all the pseudos in action. Funny hat. There you go. Got the funny hat. There you go. That's the picture.
You against Garvey?
He got the hat on. He's scamming. There you go.
Garvey scamming?
Look at his outfit. There you go. There you go.
Oh,
look
Garvey
at
scamming.
Did giveaway. They got his hat in the museum. He definitely that, bro. He does not even, he has a whole nother brand of Pan-Africanism. That ain't what it started. Pan-Africanism don't go through Garvey at all. He got a whole different makeup, a whole different thing. He got his own thing. And yes, he had one of the largest organizations. He did all that, but man, he got on the funny hat. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to tell y'all, yo. Seriously, bro. Like, I'm just saying it. I gotta say it. Somebody gotta say it. We see. I gotta say it, bro.
So what we gonna do? So what we gonna do about you bald brothers in the community?
That bald head is part of, you get that gene from your mother. What you gonna do? You back like you going bald too. By the time you get my age, you're gonna be gone. You done. You done. Hey, DZ, what's up, man?
What's up, what's up, brother?
Hey, you know, I be checking your videos. I'm a fan.
I saw that, man. Community.
You ain't know that, did you?
I didn't even know, man. I didn't even know. I was damn shocked. I was like, oh shit, I gotta tighten up. I like, oh shoot, I gotta tighten up. You know. But you know, I wanted to touch on a word that y'all was.
Oh, they call that man Captain Crunch. They say.
Huh?
Hell no.
I want to go after this.
That is where the head came from. That is where the head came from. But I want to touch on a word that y'all was just talking about, and a word that a lot of people hate. That word pseudo. Now, when it comes down to it, you know, like I said in the chat, pseudos hate being labeled that because it kills their damn credibility. And a pseudo, their credibility makes money for them, and it draws a damn audience for them. That's why that label pseudo kills them. But when we actually talk about pseudo, I will say that many of us have pseudo aspects. I will say that I have some pseudo aspects to me. I still believe in luck. I still believe in, you know, I may possibly believe in darn aliens. Aliens might be real, but I don't have any problem. I don't have any problem saying I have pseudo aspects. It's those people that'll fight hard, knowing that it's no scientific evidence. No scientific evidence. No darn data, and then they're gonna fight you. I'm not pseudo. Yes, you are, brother. You're pseudo. You saying stuff that is that's going counter to what academia says, and then you don't have any evidence or data to darn back it up. That is pseudo. Why can't brothers and sisters admit that? Look, it's pseudo. It is what it is. You know, we all have our beliefs. We have to be able to separate our beliefs from what we can actually back up and actually prove. When y'all were talking about the darn Bible, can't damn Christian, can't damn Israelite prove the actual Bible. It's a belief. So it's pseudo. Officially, you know.
I would call it religion. I would call it religion. I wouldn't call it.
Oh, yeah. I can darn ride with it.
It's not actually, it's not trying to, people make it pseudo because they try to make it scientific.
There you go. That's where the majority of people mess up at. Just leave it as your, you know, religion, belief system. Don't even try to argue it in a scientific manner because you can't do it. You can't do it, and you make yourself look crazy doing it.
So, Ankh, what you make of because I'm finna, my next presentation. I'm going all through the Theosophical School, Helena P. Blavatsky, going all the way down through that work. What do you think about her views, man, when it came to? See, let me first give a quick lesson. She made some quote unquote pseudo statement, root race theory, crazy mess. Don't get me wrong. I think Dr. York adopted a lot of that stuff too. But she made very in-depth scientific explanations, if you would, for her battles against mainstream science. Especially this was like in the 1800s, early 1900s, right? So she proposed that atoms, all the way down, you know, every particle, molecule had a certain level of consciousness to it. She even said that the earth was conscious, that the earth had a heartbeat. They got laughed at, called pseudo. She was crazy. Here they are, 2025, and they find out that the earth have what they consider to be a pulsating quote unquote heartbeat, breaking news, mainstream science. So are you a pseudo? So are you a pseudo until science finds out what you've been talking about the whole time?
I'm saying whatever you just said ain't even, I don't know what you just said, but I know that ain't gonna be the case once I look it up. I don't feel like
go ahead, look into it.
Madame Blavatsky was a pure pseudo. She created a whole pseudo doctrine. She mixed all the religion together. She's the lead. That's what I'm saying. This community follow white people while talking crazy about me. That's what I get mad at. I say, Doug, y'all following Madame Blavatsky, the Theocratical Society. Y'all following the New Age movement. All white people. All white people. We busy trying to get the civil rights together. You feel me? So my point is, at least if you're gonna deal with white people, deal with intelligent white people. Deal with the
But she gave an alternative.
No, she didn't. She was a pseudo. She made shit up. She did not.
Because we talking. Hold on, wait. Because we talking about in the time of the 1800s where
pseudo.
They don't like. It was Christianity or nothing. You know what I mean? She was even deemed a witch because she wasn't preaching the mainstream Christianity and the science that actually aligned itself up with that as well. She went against a lot of that stuff. She was deemed a quote unquote pseudo, but she opened the ring and the door for free thinking. She did.
You outside, Steve?
All
right.
Now you may consider that pseudo, but in the quote unquote that, like you said, helped pave the way for the quote unquote conscious community that we even looking at today.
Yeah,
all of these free thinkers.
Yeah, that's why it's pseudo. Y'all was so free of thinking that you open your minds up and your whole brain fell out.
Hey, yo, Aunt, can I jump off the porch?
You get that right? You get that right?
No, I see the L's of it. The Nature Boys, even the Dr. I think the whole Nuwapian. But there is a gray area. There should be a silver light. If you have proper discernment, then you should be able to appreciate the very work that Helena P. Blavatsky put forward. You should be able to appreciate the philosophy that was put forward. How can you appreciate science but not appreciate philosophy? Now I'm gonna take that from you and throw it on you.
I appreciate philosophy. So what was her philosophy? She just made up some shit? What was she?
No, she didn't just make up some shit. You know, she traveled to India. She actually made her travels to Egypt. She had studies, man. Like we're talking about books about this thick, man. I'm pretty sure she wasn't just talking about a whole bunch of nothing. Yeah, I mean, I was just going through. I'm just now opening my study up on her as of like last night.
Oh, scam me, yo.
But it's deeper than I think a lot of us are playing.
No, I'm saying you're still in your development right now. I know
you're still in your development.
Of course, but I know where you at though. I know what number you at. It's not. I could figure it out.
What number I'm at?
You just starting to read Madame Blavatsky. You don't know she's a dedicated.
No, I've been into Madame Blavatsky. I've been off into all of that. The Theosophical School, the understanding of the chakra,
so you don't know
where all that stuff came from. I've been into all of that.
So you know, so you know chakras and all that pseudo.
Chakra is coming out of that's coming out of Sanskrit. That's some Sanskrit stuff. It means will. Now the way that they applied it, as far as Madame Blavatsky, does not have no relation to the origination. So you could call that. I'll call that pseudo, meaning that it has no origin to the origination.
So what would the conscious community have to do in the middle of why would the conscious community talk crazy about white people, then go get the craziest white people to learn from? It's something
they got it secondhand.
Yeah, my point is, the people I followed was the John Henry Clark.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if I read a statement, I would like to read a statement of a John Henry Clark, yo. There's definitely a difference in education, yo. He had a different education.
So hold on, wait. I think you probably shouldn't even pull it out, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because John Henry Clark didn't do you no good, and if John Henry Clark did you any good, you wouldn't have found yourself that close to the Nuwapians if that was good enough for you.
No, I didn't learn about John Henry Clark. The first thing I learned about any type of history was going to the Nuwapian lectures. That was my first time.
So that opens you up to that opened your mind.
No, the first thing I got was a Dr. Ben, and I didn't know it was a Dr. Ben.
Okay.
I didn't know it, right? And I listened to it. I'm like, this is So that opened me up. He said, there is no God but my mother. He said, because my mother birthed me.
No doubt.
I was like, wow, it threw me. Right. So I thought when I heard the Wapian thing, I'm like, well, maybe this was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? This is going through my travels, but I didn't have scientific literacy. And then I found out about a John Henry Clark and a Dr. Ben and all that, and a John Jackson. Right.
And what did you find out that was so different?
That they was dealing with academia and science. They was pushing us to science and academia to tell our story. And then I could separate it. And then as I taught myself, I could make the clear-cut separation. Clear-cut separation. Yeah, no in between, no mixing and matching, no playing with it. You know what I'm saying? That like that dude is a super serious, you know, them dudes was serious, yo. They was real about what they was doing, Diop's and them, and they didn't even get everything right at all, right? But they gave us a platform. So my platform is always going to be science and science literacy, right? That's the platform. I'm never gonna lose. As long as I transmit it right, I'm gonna catch everybody else line. It happens all the time. The conversation start, he got, I don't know, he got it. And then once you get to a certain point, it takes a couple weeks, it might take months to be like, damn, he lied. So let me read this by John Henry Clark. Important point right here. It's a great teacher, yo. Right here. Most of y'all don't even got to work. Don't expect you to have it, not telling you to get it. That's on you, right? That's on you, right here. Who betrayed the African world revolution and other speeches? John Henry Clark. All right, right here for y'all to see. Now, what is he talking about here? Come here. It was startling when I read it. I was like, man, yo, why he?
Everybody betrayed the African. If I remember John Henry Clark correctly, he stated, I quote, he states the African has no allies.
Yeah, he did say that. He made that point. So here you go. First of all, he said he was an Afrocentric. He said that clear. All right. He said he had a word. He said he had a problem with the word Afrocentricity. So don't call him that. Get a man his respect. Okay, so right here he says on page 91, highlighted, one of my favorite sections of the book. He says this. He says, in order to get these things straight, what is he talking about? He's talking about Western Asian culture, cultural highways of North Africa and all. No, he said, let me read this. He said, all these exacted from Western Asia and North Africa coming by the way of the Nile Valley civilization. He said the river would be the world's greatest cultural highway. So I started understanding the importance of rivers in civilizations. I kind of, geography, I started learning that, right? He goes on to say, he say, in order to get these things straight, there's certain terminology in history you'll have to throw into the ash can. He says this, he said, you have to stop using the term Negro Africa. He said, there is no such things as a Negro area. He said, there's no such thing as people called Negro. He says, we'll have to stop using the term Black Africa. He said that, yo, because it presupposes that there was a legitimate white Africa. He's basically saying that you're using a social construct and you didn't get that until colonialism came. You cannot, where are the Black people? There's no land attached to it. It's actually a nothingness. It was like a pejorative. Ignorant people came around you and called you and named you. It took the name actually takes
also no white Africa is what he hinted that there's no white Africa either.
Right. But the point is, there has never been that ever until the social construct enters into the conversation. And the people that are not dark skinned, they become white people. That's why people have a problem with Egyptians being light skinned in certain places. They have a problem with that. If a person don't have big lips, dark skin, peppercorn hair, did y'all thinking that's not African? Watch this. If a person, y'all think the sub-Saharan African is the real original African, is 100% African. It's all hogwash. It's not valid.
They're
right?
all African.
They're all African, no matter what you think they look like. You don't study. Africa is the most diverse place on planet Earth. To the point where you can have people that live in Africa and are not as closely related as a person that lives outside of Africa. I'm telling you, the person that's in Africa can be more closely related to a person outside of Africa than a person in Africa. Nature knows no color line. The boundaries are arbitrary.
But we cannot sit up in here and quote Dr. John Henry Clark and act as if he did not double down on the usage of the word black. He said that the Africa was black.
Yeah, he was
he definitely utilized these words. And this is like you said, this is how, and this is just the way that we were communicating and just using it to identify what we understood as somebody who was like us.
He was teaching. He was figuring out the audience. So if I'm talking to a certain religious audience, I ain't gonna beat your guard up, yo. If I'm talking to some of the Wapians, you know what I'm saying, I'm not trying to get into all-out war of
no, because the question that's left is, what do you replace that term with then, Ankh? What do you replace it with?
Name the people.
So what we call it? No, man, it ain't gonna work. It don't work. It's not just that easy. It's not that easy, man.
It has to be that easy. It has to be that easy, bro. Listen,
especially when you get to actually getting into mixed cultures as well.
If a Ghanaian is a Ghanaian, yo, and
the Ghanaian is a Ghanaian, man. But I'm talking about here today, right?
That's what I'm saying. Why not call them Ghanaians?
A light skinned sister is a black sister. She not white. She not Mexican. She not Latina. We know she may be a little light skinned. She might be brown skinned. I mean, she might be yellow bone, red bone, but that's still a black woman, right? Mm-hmm. So it's this term. So what do we replace that term with? That as far as that black identifier, we can't say Negroid.
I don't actually advocate for getting rid of the word, right? Because I'm black and I'm proud. I'm black African.
No doubt.
Right? I'm saying when applying it to ancient civilization, when we're trying to learn about our history prior to coming to the Americas, bro, you can get confused with the word. It's not gonna allow you to understand and comprehend the subject at all.
If you look as far as antiquity, you should be looking at geographical landmass.
Look at their names. Look at their names. That's why the term African
the name changes. Just look at the landmass.
But African American is also important because it's an ethnogenesis, right? And a Nigerian didn't have that ethnogenesis. A Russian didn't have that ethnogenesis. A Native American didn't have that ethnogenesis. Right, so we don't gotta make up a whole new name because they know exactly who it is.
Genesis, man, this word is you killing me. So do the Jews here in America, they had the ethnogenesis?
No.
Why not? Explain the difference.
They didn't mix with. They didn't start a whole nother culture. We had a ethnogenesis. Meaning you got Africans from the continent of Africa, different polities are brought to the Americas, right? They mix with small amounts of Native American population and mix with Europeans, different European nations.
So what about the Europeans who are taking part in that? Are they not creating the ethnogenesis? This is what I'm saying. So you're telling me that the white folk don't, so only quote unquote Negroes, I'm using that term, now are the only people that partook in this quote unquote ethnogenesis. Now this is exclusive.
Yeah, that's us. You talking about no, upper cultures have ethnogenesis.
Now I'm gonna call you pseudo then. No, that's pseudo. If that's exclusive to just black folk, then that's pseudo.
I said a lot of cultures have ethnogenesis. That's what
give me some more examples outside of just us, because that's real convenient.
The population that went into the Nile Valley. They move from the Sahara, they come in, they mix with other folk, right? They have an ethnogenesis, they become the Egyptians.
So everybody had a damn ethnogenesis down there.
All cultures have an ethnogenesis, a point where you can say where they crystallize. They crystallize as the they crystallize as the Egyptians at that point, or the Kemetans.
I just don't like that term you be throwing around on ethnogenesis.
You should look it up.
Like,
yo, we right, man. Bomb Squad, we right, bro. We right,
Oh yeah, we don't try to be right. We want to understand the conversation. What you right about?
Bomb Squad, we right, man.
What y'all right about?
I say, yeah, that ethnogenesis thing. When you're looking at this ethnogenesis thing that you be bringing up, brother, it applies to so many different groups of people, not just us here in America. You throw it around so conveniently, like it only applies to us African Americans.
No, I talk about
Go ahead.
No, I talk about what the ethnogenesis is what I'm talking about. As to not to get confused with the indigenous population that may have been brown skinned or darker skinned. So you have to separate them because they're the first people on the land, the first people. They're the first people. Africans from Africa are not the first people here. They're not indigenous.
Not to this land, no.
Of course not, but people do that. A lot of elders taught that. They just was wrong, and that's okay. It's okay to be wrong.
Yeah,
we're going to go back and find out we're wrong about things. That's not the issue. The issue is where is your growth? And having a scientific mind forces you to grow because there's nuances that you do not understand. And then you come to you're like, I was thinking that. I used to think that humans popped up all over the world, separately, Seriously, you'll stand up there saying it with vigor. Yeah, white people popped up over here. I used to do that. Charles Darwin, that's the monkey. Right? Don't even know what a monkey is. Don't know the difference between a old world monkey
and the ape.
Modern monkey. What's the ape? Do all monkeys come from apes? I'm saying, are all humans primates? Or what? Do we ever leave that position? If you study the human body, it's actually a museum of everything that it came from. Or it's part of it. It's right there, right? You just don't understand it, everything. But that's another conversation. But I would like to make the point here, man. Don't let them confuse you. Man wrote the Bible and said they was inspired by it. Man believes in the very writings that it wrote. But this is not a spectacular thing. Humans have been making up stories for as long as they can make up stories. Humans have been trying to figure out their beginnings from the beginning. That's what humans do. We look. We examine. Where did the tribe come from? We come from the sacred bush. It's the sacred river. We come out of the sacred river. The sacred river spilled over the banks and gave power to the sacred tree. The tree been in the community forever. The tree is our ancestor. Because our ancestors died and decomposed and the water seeps into the roots. Our ancestors all contained right here. It's a story, bro. It identifies people, places, and things. You understand a person by their story. An African American can just not say they're African American and tell a story, and the person say, "Oh yeah, y'all was caught up in the slave trade in the Americas." That's why stories are important. Never to be confused with scientific ideas. Never to be confused. You don't have to. The issue with this community is they do exactly that. They want to make the Hebrews scientific before it was even science. That is horrible. Somebody about to say something.
No, I don't see that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Peace, fam. Peace to the panel, man. I see you, man. What's good, Ankh?
Cooking.
And all you great people on the panel, man. I see y'all there. What's up, Si? You decided to jump on the panel when you saw me? I can't hear you, Si. I can't hear you. But anyway, few things, man. I'm gonna just start where I jumped in at where I came in on the conversation. First of all, see, I hate when y'all make me agree with certain people, man. I have to agree with Ankh, man. Like Madame Blavatsky was a nut, right? No way around it. You cannot read anything she wrote and don't come away without the understanding that this lady was a maniac. Okay. So once you start reading her Luciferian magazines and polemics, right, and pamphlets and stuff like that, you'll clearly see that this woman was a nut, and you won't try to attempt to use her or agree with her in any type of a way. Just start there. You run. You tuck your tail and run. There's nothing she says makes no sense. And then let me go ahead.
Let me say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, I'm not here to advocate for. Let me first make this statement. I'm not here to advocate for Madame Blavatsky. I'm giving this breakdown. Okay. I'm giving this breakdown to show how her doctrine itself, theosophical ideas, using Darwinian language, but yet attaching it to spirituality. How that is a theosophical creation. How when we looking at the chakra system and you find it with brothers like, I say to him, A.A. Rashid using it in the Kabbalistic system, how that is a theosophical creation. When you see these thought of I'm a master, Fire Muhammad, master this, master that, ascended master. We went through these sacred initiations, adepthood, how these are theosophical creations
my
So
point.
we're going to go through, we're going to actually show these things, how this happened, why this happened, who these people are. I do want to say this, Yara, I don't think you know what the hell you're talking about, because there's not one Luciferian work that she has. Not one. That's Alias.
What was the name of her most famous publication?
Her most favorite publication was the ISIS Unveiled.
No, her most famous publication and most widely
she had
distributed.
the ISIS Unveiled. She had the Secret Doctrine. And then her last one, right before she died, was it was the Theosophy. It's the Theosophy. I forgot the name of it, but it has Theosophy inside of it. That was her last one she created when she was dying. She was ill. I think you're referring to Crowley and his work.
I'm not referring to Alex Crowley. I'm referring to Madame Blavatsky.
Okay, go ahead.
So if you study her writings, her whole premise was, when she was trying to fuse spirituality with some aspects of evolution, her whole point was that Negroes, right, or Black people, were at the bottom of the evolutionary process.
Absolutely.
And this is why she called them the least spiritual beings, right? This was her whole point, right? This is why I tell those guys, and when they come up on him, to the Waspy guys, he was a follower. Newsborough was a follower of Madame Blavatsky. He was actually a contemporary with her. He actually hung out with her.
You
followed her.
You own something?
Hold on,
go ahead, brother. I apologize. Go ahead.
Hold on, it's cool. Trust me, I'm not trying to do that. So when I'm saying, when you talk about Madame Blavatsky, bro, it is that, for me, outside of anything else anybody ever talks about, is a red flag, because that tells me that they have absolutely not read any of her works, because right out the gate, she tells you that if you got black skin, dark complexion skin, you're a descendant of Africa, or you're any type of that one drop rule, that blood in you, that you're worthless.
Wow.
You're worthless. Now, if you would like for me to create a personal presentation for you, I will send it to you before I even call you out on the debate. And I promise you, you're going to do two things. You're going to skim over it, but what you're not going to do, you're not going to come back on this panel and talk about any type of work she done was significant, because her work clearly says she hates you. She hates me. Right?
So we're going to, okay, you got to let me respond.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I wanted to stop you. Wait, I'm trying to say, brothers, you was definitely on to something when you said that you along the lines. She never made these racist accusations that you making. Actually, these racist statements you making. Now, she had some the science in those times was racist itself. Science, man. The science itself was racist. Everything was racist. That was the way it was presented. So yes, she did believe that the Aryan race, I quote, this was from her book, yes, from her work, that the Aryan race was the third phase of humanity. Not even the third or the fourth phase of humanity. And that was that. She didn't necessarily go into Negroes and other races as far as demeaning them, because we also have to put in perspective that the Theosophical school was moved to India itself. But when we go to India, this is when they get a hold of the thought of, they go into the Sanskrit. They're not getting this stuff from white folks. They're getting this stuff from the melanated folks that range from anywhere from a lighter skin to the untouchables in India. So she was getting a lot of knowledge from them. So, and literally she had these, when she's going into the work, she's giving a certain level of ashe and homage to these ancient cultures that she knows and she's recognizing as melanated people. She speaks to melanation. So I'm not familiar with this racial doctrine that you present in far research saying that like Negroes are the lowest people. I know that was doctrine floating around in the 1800s. I just had a whole discussion on that. That was my last presentation. But I yet to see within the works that I've been looking at so far, like I told Ankh, I have yet to see what you're referring to, far as she said, like the Negro is this and that.
Minute break, because Black Sage, Easy Bands, and Apostle are the ones who inspired me.
Hey, I don't want to hear your shitty ass songs.
Why, yo? What did I tell you about that?
Hey, what did I tell you about? Why you?
Hey, so when you going live? When you?
I'm going live in a minute.
Yeah, because I'm going to get up out of here.
Told you the Israelites gonna be mad. And here it go. Oh, here it go. Here it go. Told you they gonna be mad.
You are now in the toughest.
I wrote this for y'all, Israelites.
You are now in the toughest and roughest environment where there is no crying aloud. This is the HOK where stars and legends are born. Lord Yara. Hey, yo, Yara and Mr. Apostle, the Bible got you speaking static. Thinking you dropping knowledge, sounding erratic. So I always relax and easy bands to chasing the fame when I'm out here banging on the Bible, mentioning your names. Did God really do that? What and you talking about? Changing scriptures up for Zodiac, looking for signs while I'm reading the word line by line. And you're just reading between. You're a fraud, it's written all over your face. When the HOK is trying to free the minds with grace. White slave master whip you, telling you, keep them in their place. Check the pressure by cash, your foundation is brittle. When you step into the HOK, don't act crazy, be civil. But watch. Did God really tell Abraham to sharpen the knife? To take his only son and gamble with a life? Did God really send bears for kids play in the street just cause Alicia's bald head couldn't handle the heat? Easy bands, you out here quoting the Bible with Irish themes, but your life is full of loopholes and nothing but dreams. The problem is not our women, it's you weak men in the dark, hiding behind the white man's shadow, terrified, no spark. You wrap the Bible around your mind, mental chains rust, using scriptures every time you talk, keep us in the dust. You Israelites are crazy, talking about the 12 tribe charts. HOK, break down biblical facts and SaNeter to tear you apart. Did God really turn a woman into a pillar of salt? That is crazy, woke guys, so all your fault. Did God really send the plagues and kill the firstborn sons? The Bible is a bloody book, plans go for kill, kill, kill. The work is done. Did God really tell Moses, keep the virgins for yourself after burning down the cities and the idols on the shelves? Is this Bible really holy? How could the God of mercy move so cold and slowly? Just spare only the young girl, battlefield is bloody red. Hand them down to the Israelites, lay them down in the bed. How could you are now in the toughest, down in the toughest, down in the toughest, down in the toughest. You are now.
Y'all mad as hell. I told you Israelites gonna be mad, but see, it's all right when Israelites make songs about Kemet. You don't hear him crying. Come on, y'all, man. You bigger than that, brother. You bigger than that.
Hey, yeah, you bigger than that. Make sure y'all go there, support the debate. The link is underneath the video. Y'all know what it is. It's going down. Easy bang. Man, I done dropped that bit. Yeah, if y'all read Man Borowski right now, you're pseudo-theocratical society. Man, y'all got some comments on the video, man. Let's go. We all at. I dropped the link, man. Get into the healthy conversation, man. Let's take a little break real quick, man. Let's do a Cash App thing, man. Let's show some love, man, and some support. Hit the super chats, man. All right, hit the super chats. Got somebody talking crazy about atheism, who cares? You can't support your stance. You're talking us to death. What you won't do is hit that link. Hercules in the chat and a mouse on the panel. I say again, you're Hercules in the chat, but a mouse on the panel. That's always the case. Man, y'all hit the Cash App, man. Show some love, man, and some support, man. Appreciate everybody that's in the show, man. Like, come on, man. Got your questions ready for it, man. You put me on a hot seat. Any videos about my enemies, the play videos, you want to ask me a question about anything, I'm always open to all things, man. Just don't get up here trying to cut me off because you don't understand the answer. All right? That's where we at. Yeah, the AI fly tripping. He's an intelligent designer. You're pseudo at the heart. Fine-tuning, that shout out. Fine-tuning art. Tag. Super smart guy right there. Fundamental Christian. Exactly what that is. He fighting for Madame Avowski. Yeah, but that's what he had in his development. Man, I dropped that link, man. That Cash App, let me drop the link to get on the joint. Y'all want to join the discussion? We good, man. I can do some studying, man. Preparing for this debate, man. Gonna be promoting it hard. Start Sunday, man. And we doing it, man. Yeah, pseudo bands. Man, he gone. He's pseudo. He is. All right, so you must be listening to the car. Listen to the show through the car, man. I appreciate the support. We at 2 hours and 15 minutes, man. I'm willing to go another half if I got some lively discussion, man. Man, drop that link for the server so y'all can go ahead and join the server with these conversations, occur all the time, man. Great conversations. Great lecture format. You can find all your heroes in the server, contrary to belief. Man, go ahead and support the shows on the Pseudo Killer, man. Right now, I'm beating the brakes off my man that I grew up with, man. He's a clown. For sure, when it comes to the topic of astronomy and proto-astronomy and archae-astronomy, you don't know what the hell it is. He's just talking. Support some of the products, man. Let me see. Where's the daggone store? Where's the store at? Here's the store. We got the store. Got some 10,000 BCE shirts. Definitely got that. Jumping that link, man. We promoting the server, man. Get in there with a healthy conversation. We ain't just talking that talk. We walking the walk. Man, get your 10,000 BCE shirt while you at it, man. Ancient tour, crafted by nature. The Holocene. 10,000 BCE. Crafted by nature, man. We got some of your favorite colors, man. Man, it's still cold. Yeah, that's what we doing. Say abs you right there. You ain't know that, did you? Yeah, man, go get with that, man. It's fresh. That's how we doing it. Go get that. Yep. Catalog. What's on the catalog? Black African Power joints. Yep, got a Black African Power hoodie too. That's Black African Power right there. Yep. Keep it to yourself. They wouldn't even know you're doing it. Black African Power. Yeah. The ab you. All day. The fine models wearing it. Wearing the Black African Power shirts. Yeah, that's how we do it. All day. All day. Yeah. all day. Yeah. Wear the work underneath your shirt. Representing Black African power. Never even know it. Range of colors, man. You know how we doing it. It's like one of my favorite colors right here. Make them have to look a little bit harder to see what they're, okay. Yeah, that's where we at. Yeah. Yeah, support that. No pseudo. All day. Man, person put this together did a great job. Yeah, no pseudo. Beautiful sister. Appreciate the creator of this, Miss Tips. Hell of a creator. Very talented. Yeah, that's a serious picture right there. No pseudo. Real easy going. Yep. All day. Of course, my favorite color. Tiger Woods red. You know what I'm saying? Date Sunday when you about to bring home the championship. Yeah. No pseudo. We at. For sure. Yeah. The high altitude stealth bomber, pseudo killers. That's a special one right there. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna try to get them to vote on this, make this our logo, y'all. I kind of like this right here. See if I can fight that. All right. Yeah. Range through the catalog. Y'all know Black love matters. Black love is impressive. It is, man. Always have been. Got that in a range of color schemes. Yeah. It is impressive. Should we say healthy? Black love, man. It supports Sister Juju's foundation right here. Right here. Textures, yeah. Intercultural exchange, man. Yep. Got them in all the colors. Yeah. Y'all know what it is. Simplistic. Let's see what else we got here. Decorated pseudo killer. All day. That skull. Insects. Plants. Anthropology. Yeah, y'all, in case y'all didn't know. Yeah, all day. Decorated pseudo killer. Decorated with all the awards we went through and won with science and science literacy. Yeah. Can't wait to that Space Age African show we're gonna be having. Space Age Anthony, man. Yep. Gonna deal with astronomy. Proto. Gonna deal with all that. Like I said, we got some people running around here calling the pseudo killers a cult. They will always call you a cult when they run out of intellectual bullets and have nothing else to say. That's just what they do. Do it all the time, man. It's funny to me. Yeah. I mean, they do it all the time. You're like, come on, man. Get your caps, man. Yeah, they do it all the time, don't they? Sure do. So all you can do is name call. Go back 20, 30 years into your past. Bring up some felonious misconstrued information about you, that's how you know. That's how you know you beat them. Yeah, I'm living in reality. How about you? Pseudo's definitely living in reality, yo. Not at all. Not at all. They definitely ain't living in reality. Let's see. Where the rest of the colors at for this? Anyway, got Gull up on the stage, man. Got Joel up on the stage. I ain't even hear y'all coming in. God dang.
Yeah,
I kicked the door in. How you ain't hear that?
Yeah, we've been waiting patiently as you go through your spring catalog over here.
Hey,
stop monkeying around. What's up?
Hey, did you show the community of skeptics, York?
Which one? Well, I made one exclusively for you though.
I know, but just that emblem though, yo, that artwork is fire. You gotta show that one.
Which one? Which one, yo? Yours is exclusive.
Community of Skeptics, man.
Oh, the monkey on it? The monkey on it?
Yeah, that joint is ball.
Yeah, you the only one got that, yo. Exclusive.
No, you got them joints on your website. Not the way I did it, but you got the regular joint. Yeah, you gotta show that.
All right,
oh yeah,
man, you slipping on the best one.
I ain't slipping.
Hey, you gotta do one. Bro? You gotta do one with the three primates. The see no pseudo, hear no pseudo, you know, speak no pseudo. That'd be a tough shirt.
Yeah, that would be tough, yo. I like that. You crazy, Gullah. Hey man, make sure y'all tap again the Gullah show, man. Spectacular shit right there, yo. Only on the Super Bowl.
Gullah show was off the hook. Both of them joints.
Yeah, I'm gonna redo the first one though. I'm minimized. I'm gonna redo the first one. I'm gonna reboot.
Yeah, you're gonna redo the first one.
Yeah,
you're gonna redo the first one. Yeah, that was fire. That's how I did that, man. So what's on y'all mind, man? What's good, man? What's up with y'all?
Man, been chilling, man. I can't wait. I feel good because we're killing these pseudos at all angles. Science, anthropology, primatology, so the chemistry, we're killing them every angle. All the disciplines. We're attacking them with all the disciplines. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait till my next presentation, which I'm doing on the Gumby Chimp Awards. It's gonna be very interesting, and it's gonna kind of link back to that complex social behavior.
Okay. Which is deep.
Okay.
Which is deep. You know, you said some powerful things in that lecture, bro. Like science doesn't have a problem with monkeys. It's your language that got a problem with it.
Yeah.
Right. Because the language mess it up.
Yeah, language and culture and socialism tears it up.
Yeah.
The one thing you can't do is repeat humans that use their five senses because they're gonna pseudorize it. Yeah. You know, that's why it's offensive, because people have pseudorized it and taken it and used it for negativity. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. During time periods of scientific racism, absolutely.
Absolutely. Because no human being is more related to other primates than the other. We all relate to the primates in the same way, whether they're non-human primates.
Correct. That's real, yo. That's a real, and like I said, there's no problem with that in science at all. You know, the problem arises in the language and modern monkeys and getting those things confused. So deep one, yo, we've had other people make the attempt to kind of explain it, and they didn't do a great job on it. But you know, I'm gonna give them credit for it, right? But dang, nobody did that like you did that, yo.
Hey, we even had a monkey. We had a monkey on the show last night. I signed a fool.
It's a damn fool. We're gonna do a reaction to that video. Sonic is crazy. Sonic is crazy. He had the thing. Sonic is like, Abdullah. What was his name? Abdullah.
Abdullah something. Abdullah science killer or something.
Man, that was crazy, man. Sonic jumped up there with that. Yo, I appreciated that too. That was good, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, appreciated that. What's up, Sunchild?
Hey,
what's up with you? What's on your mind there, bro?
He's just using his imagination. He's using his imagination. I would like to talk to you about scientific spirituality.
What?
What in the world is that?
Is that even a real thing? That's even a real thing?
No, it's
no. Well, hold up. Yeah, wait, y'all. It is real and to Sunchild because he's using his imagination. Go, Sunchild. Go ahead.
I know the thing is science philosophy. I know the thing is science philosophy, but I ain't never heard of that one.
Wow.
Scientific spirituality. I suppose you've heard it here first then.
Yes, go ahead.
All right. So what do I consider
now I'm unhearing.
All right. So here's what scientific spirituality is. The oldest spiritual systems go back to Hinduism, Taoism, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Now the concept of their spirituality is the oneness, right? It's the idea. It's the idea that all things are connected, right, in the universe, in one way or another. And from that, we have the idea that we're all made of the same things. The universe provides food for us. The universe, in essence, if you want to say life simply evolved, we can say that the universe created us and sustains us. And from the very vibrational sense, we can say that, yes, we are, all life in the universe is connected.
Yeah.
And from that, we
chemically
can say
and biologically. Chemically and biologically.
And chemically and biologically. And from that, and even vibrationally on the quantum level as well, everything is connected.
Yeah.
So we can draw from that the idea that we are a part of something greater than ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that
talking
is spirituality.
He talking about science.
Who?
I'm not familiar with what Scientology teaches.
Dianetic. L. Ron Herbert.
Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah,
this is black.
Well,
Caught him slipping. Sabio caught him slipping.
Well, I'm not familiar with Scientology. But like I said, this idea of oneness goes way back, way beyond Scientology. So perhaps Scientology may have gotten that from the ancients, but it certainly doesn't begin with them. And I'm not familiar with Scientology's teaching.
All it is Madame Blavatsky shit. Black and
hey man, watch your cussing, bro.
All right. So here, before we get into the labelings, let me just ask you: Can we agree so far that both spiritually and scientifically, there is a oneness in the universe, and we are a part of something greater than ourselves?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Well, unless you're saying that spirituality is an expression of the human imagination, and that the human is a part of the universe, then yes.
Well, it's not simply imagination. Imagination comes later. What we're saying now is scientifically, beyond imagination, we can say that it is scientifically proven that all things in the universe are connected and there is a oneness. And we all depend on the universe.
What do you mean by oneness? What do you mean? No, we're not dependent. No, because if we depended on the universe is definitely trying to kill us. That's for sure. Suns are exploding, quasars.
The universe are trying to kill us. We'd have been dead a long time ago.
Killing everything. No, that's not true. I'm you know that life is very fragile. That's why you don't find it everywhere in the universe, because it died out. It's not leaving no fossils, ancient fossils of it. So the universe ain't trying to make us foster and let it go. It's working towards our destruction. So get that part straight.
Even with the concept of destruction, Brother Ankh, remember I mentioned Taoism. This comes in with the concept of the yin and the yang, where even the destructive forces are seen to work in tandem with the, if you will, positive forces. and there is a oneness. That is which goes back to, and there's a cause, even if in the universe there are causes.
No, that's what
it doesn't dilute the fact that all things are connected.
Yeah, you're going far.
Yeah, but okay, so Sunchild, what you were talking about is a closed network or a closed
How you doing, Kyle? How you feeling, sir?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing, man?
Man, you jumped up.
What it do?
You skipped Savio. You skipped everybody.
My bad. Let me. I wait.
No, Savio. You
Y'all
gotta
go ahead. I'll pass the ball to him.
No, so what you're talking about, Sunchild, is a closed network, basically. So like the universe is what encompasses all of those things. Simply because you're encompassed by something doesn't mean that you have any type of lesser or greater force in that environment. And in the environment, what you're trying to do is tie the thing, because you're saying that basically because you are in the environment, that you are the environment. And so what you got to do, Sunchild, is put your theory through a logical syllogism to provide evidence of that being true. So basically your first premise needs to be, if you are oneness with everything, is that you are 100% of everything. Then you go from there.
No, brother. No, I'd have to disagree. I never said I was 100% everything. I specifically stated I was a part of something greater than myself, which is what I allude to as a spiritual idea. And I believe that's perhaps the first spiritual idea, which led to what you all would consider spookisms, based on the fact of the connections. And then we consider our consciousness. Are there other conscious beings in this universe that are actually moving, making it move? That's how the spookism, if you will, and I don't like using that word because it's derogatory, but I think that's where spirituality comes from, is the idea when we first realized that all things, that we are connected with the waters. They would worship the waters.
They was guessing.
Even the mountains. The gods were in the mountains. They understood
They
that
was actually guessing.
the mountain was,
they was trying to figure it out. They had no idea. They just was believing. So having a biological and chemical connection, you know how long it took humans to figure that out? So what you're doing is you're taking scientific ideas and trying to fit it onto spiritual believing ideas. Right? You're trying to say that they knew, they didn't know. They was guessing.
No, I didn't know. I didn't say that they knew, but science has proven them to be correct.
No, science has proven that chemically all life is connected, right? Chemically, we connected to the cosmos.
Not just chemically, brother, or in
materially,
vibrationally.
That has nothing to do with. But that, no, I don't know about all that.
Yeah, chemicals is material. Chemical is material.
Yes, that's right.
Well, yes, but like I said, it goes deeper than that. It's also on a quantum level, all things, vibrationally, all things are connected.
At a quantum level, that's still material, bro.
Yeah, that's still chemicals, yo. Like no matter what you're talking about, everything is chemical. You trying to squeeze some spirituality in or something.
You don't have to. Why can't you have a spiritual idea of it? That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Right? And why can't you have a scientific understanding of it? And you see, you're basically trying to say that's where they intersect at. That's all you're saying. Yeah, what does that mean?
Yes. That's why I called it, and that's why I called it scientific.
No, you tripping.
It doesn't have to be spooky.
Yeah, that's not spooky to say that. I don't know about the one thing. I don't know about all that. That's the oneness of it. It's not.
What up? So
what's up?
When I'm sitting back, what's tripping me out about this whole thing, and it's kind of crazy, is it's like we don't like using Occam's razor, or we don't understand what Occam's razor is. We like adding instead of, like, I don't understand. Like, y'all want to make it more complex than it is because y'all want it to be. The more complex, the more you add to it, the less likely it is that it is.
Yeah, you gotta make it. It's gotta be simple.
Yeah, well, I think we can all agree. I haven't heard an argument against any of you guys actually disagreeing that there is a oneness and that it is confirmed by
I don't know,
science.
but no, it's not
And I think from that perspective, I think we can all agree that the
Yeah, I don't know
universe
what that
is
is. I don't know
spiritual
what
from
oneness.
that based
I
on
look,
that.
I
No,
look,
listen. Do you know what
sunshine.
oneness mean? Everything is working together. That's not true. Just because one star explodes over here doesn't make it. That's no, man. It's not a one. Yeah, you
A
just saying.
Negro earned. He said,
Yeah.
"There's
You
no
got to
such
mute out. You got to mute that. You got to mute out. I mean, all right. So my point is to make it seem like everything is working together. That's not. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. I'm just saying that that's not a bad spiritual idea right there. Right? And that's a great scientific understanding of the world around us. And that's why I like to keep both things. That's all. Sunshine, you feel me? Yeah, science actually shows you that, things are interconnected, bro. And if you say my spirituality does the same thing too, then I don't want to fight you over, but don't make one spirit, don't mix it like that. And because now you just mess it all up. That's all I'm saying.
What do you mean? I don't understand what you mean. I'm mixing what up? What am I mixing up?
You said it, scientific spirituality. Come on, man, stop that. Let it be spirituality and let it be science. And I think if the statement is based in reality, then it's going to be able to stand on its own. You get it?
Well, yeah, I think, like I said, I think you have a very hard time accepting any form of what could be considered spirituality with science because you'd like to have,
because then it wouldn't be science no more.
Hang on, brother, I'm speaking. Can I finish speaking?
But it wouldn't be science no more. I hear you speaking, but it just wouldn't be science no more at that point. That's all. There's a requirement for science. There's a requirement for science.
Are you saying that the fact that science agrees that we are all connected and we are connected to something greater than us means it's not science anymore?
No.
Does that mean it's not science anymore because it matches a definition for spirituality? That means science isn't science anymore?
There's a lot of, you can go in the Bible and start finding a spot in it. See the dirt. Yeah, you can find a lot.
Somebody define spirituality for me. What is the definition of that?
Well, the definition I'm working with, like most words in the English language, there are different definitions for a word, which is what also makes English problematic, more so than perhaps other languages.
You get what I'm saying, though, right? You get my point,
right? I do get your point.
Yeah, it's okay to have a spirituality that sounds more close to science. It's okay.
Yeah, and that's it, and that is the core of again, I believe that is where we get the idea of spookism and everything else comes from. Once we realize that all things are connected, we have a spirit. We now engage in a spiritual relationship with the universe.
So I don't understand why you're having a hard time letting these things coexist in their own separate worlds, because that's where they belong. Science is in the world of own, and belief and spirituality is in that world. So at this point, any spirit that anybody can think of can exist. So there's a spirit at the bottom of the ocean called Aquaman. Nobody knows Aquaman's down there because ain't nobody ever been deep enough to see the spirit of Aquaman. Quit playing with me.
Exactly, Sabio.
Oh, man.
That's what I said to him in the chat. It's your imagination.
The man is talking about Aquaman. I don't know why. I'm talking about a scientific idea.
You can't
that
jump
all
in
the
like
universe
that,
is connected,
Sunshine.
and he's shooting up with the Aquaman, and y'all are cheering him on. That is
Sunshine, you can't jump in like that. You got to share the mic.
Yes, you
Can
are.
we share the mic?
You're talking about a scientific idea.
I guess we're not going to share the mic.
We agree
okay.
with that. And the problem is, like, you're bringing into a scientific conversation a term that science doesn't even know exists. Like you will not be able to go pick up any type of scientific or metaphysical or physical physics textbook and find the term spirituality in there. So when you inject that into the conversation and then get mad at us because we reject the fact that you're bringing spirituality into a scientific conversation, that's a bit obtuse, man. I mean, I'm not sure like why you feel like we have to accept your terminology when you can't even falsify that term.
Can somebody get the
when
definition to the
Einstein,
word, though?
brother,
Somebody
when
get the definition to the
said he
word.
believed in
You gotta go ahead
when
and
Einstein
Hey,
said he
you gotta
believed in
let the
Hey,
people
Spinoza's
talk.
God.
You gotta
Hey,
let,
I got a question for you,
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Can we share the mic?
Yeah, go ahead. That's what I'm
Can
saying.
everybody get a chance? All right, cool.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
First of all, spirituality, as I said before, is personal, it's subjective, it's what you feel connected to. So just like Sabio said, if somebody feels like they are mermaids, we got people that are part of the goddamn abo folks running around here saying they mermaids and all those stupid crap. If that's what they feel, then that's their spirituality and that's for them. Now, somebody like Sunchild will sit up here and say, oh, well, that ain't spirituality, but for them it is. It's subjective. It's whatever you want it to be. That's why it ain't science. Science ain't gonna let you sit up here and just make up any old thing and try to get that off. Other people gonna say, let me see your evidence. I want to test it myself and see if I come up with what you came up with. So no, you cannot put them together. And if you want to talk about spirituality, do that. Just leave science out of it. All right, I'm done.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of major scientists did not leave science out of it. Einstein, for one,
Man, he
said he
did.
believed in Spinoza's God, and
He did.
Spinoza's
He
God
actually
was
did, though,
the
man.
God that I am trying to define to you here.
So he
A
actually
lot
did.
of great
Hold on for a
scientists
minute. Hold on for a minute.
do
No,
accept
you meant no,
a
they don't.
pathway
Nah, you
or a
messing it up.
crossroads between science and
You
spirituality. A
hold
lot
on
of
for a minute.
scientists
You
do.
meant no, you messing that up. That's not what Einstein did. You don't even accept Einstein's God. Einstein made up a whole God. Spinoza made up a whole God. It ain't got nothing to do with Christianity or none of that. And it's not
I know it
included in
doesn't.
their works, but it's not
I know it
included in their
doesn't.
scientific works.
I'm
So
not
once
including
again,
I'm not including Christianity either.
so is that what I'm saying? Their God is not included in their scientific theories.
Well,
It's not
in
a
fact,
hold on. It's not a well. This is not what we're
no,
doing. It's
there
separate.
are
It is separate from what their scientific work
no,
was.
there
Okay,
are a lot of
why do
scientists
it?
who say perhaps
No, it's
Einstein
not.
is one of
No,
these who said the more science he studies, the more he realizes that we live in a
right.
spiritual
That's
world,
his personal.
a totally
That's his
connected world, which
personal
they consider
statement.
spiritual.
That is
But
his personal statement.
they did have a form of
Okay,
spirituality
nigga,
though.
what you're not gonna do is overtalk me on my own damn show. I'm not fighting for the mic. I'll put your ass off first. I'm not fighting for the mic. I'm not getting upset. Relax. The show ain't about you. It's about the people watching. Relax. Like I said, what they believed in had absolutely nothing to do with their work. It's two separate things. So a person can make up a God, Spinoza, Einstein, and still do great scientific work. It's not included. It's separate, like I said from the beginning. What you believe is what you believe. And what you seek to know is what you seek to know through empirical data. Falsifiable. You can't falsify their God or their belief in it. That's the difference there. Joel Savion, you want to add something?
Yeah, it's crazy. He was just sitting there trying to force us to try to accept what the ancients, because the ancients that the people like Einstein and those scientists are the people that led the way to the thinking and the way that we live today. And somehow, because they at the edge of their limits, they left it up to their knowledge and fell back to some God. Well, we should too. This is insane.
Man, I mean, that's his personal thing. He don't got to include. He doesn't. He can have any God he wants. He can say his God is scientific. He can say what you can say. Man can make him alter anything.
Yeah. You gonna stop? Hey, you gonna stop calling him? You gonna stop calling him Sunchild the shaman? He a shaman. That's what
I can't have my
Oh man.
What's wrong with my Poseidon? What's wrong with me having is my God?
When you got pseudos comment in the chat, yo, like Inky is pseudo, and he on your side, Sunchild, you know you in trouble. He stayed flamming the information on a regular basis.
Well, thank the brother Enki for me. Thank you, Enki.
Yeah, you know you in trouble.
Well, I think I've made my point. I haven't really gotten a scientific rebut to it. I think you all agree that science does affirm ancient philosophies that the universe is one and we are connected.
No, science doesn't confirm anything. No. Science confirms that we are connected chemically and biologically. That's what science confirms, having nothing to do with anybody's belief. Did not have an effect on that.
Well, even if that were true, which I don't agree with, even if that were true, that we have a chemical, that is also a form of a spiritual connection as well, because we have what we need to sustain ourselves chemically and physically, and that is
okay. Well,
we can honor the trees for the oxygen and the food it provides us, the water, and so on, and everything in the universe.
That's not
life.
Where's the scientific article that says what he's saying?
Hold on. That's not spirituality. That's symbiosis, yo. It's symbiotic organisms, you know what I'm saying, cooperating with each other. That ain't spirituality.
Right. Get that straight.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't totally eliminate symbiosis from is a form of spirituality. When you think deeper about it, it doesn't take a great leap.
It's a mechanism, yo. You can look it up how it works. It's a mechanism. It ain't no spirit, none of that.
Right. That'll be something we'll have to disagree on. I can still see the spirituality.
You willingly disagree, because you can just look that up and see how that works.
I am willingly disagree. I'm not unwilling to disagree with you. I am willing to agree with you, but if I disagree, I disagree, and this is just my honest
read the paperwork that says what you say. That's all. We can straighten this out now.
All right, we got another guest on the panel, and he's a dedicated pseudo. Inky, what's up? What's on your mind? I know you come to trick us, ask us all kind of wild questions.
My man, Mac Inky. What's up, Mac Inky?
Listen, I just came over here to listen to y'all making up foolishness.
Oh man.
I heard Orlando say that quantum is also chemical, and a host of other foolishness. So, you know, I'm not even gonna hold court in the street right now. I just wanted to come up here and let you know I'm gonna catch you on them HOK streets, and we're gonna handle this once and for all, because you up here miseducating people. You know, I didn't like what you did up here when you had what's the young boy name? God Energy.
Man, did good. Got him. Yeah.
I didn't like how you tried to miseducate that young man, because he's a very sharp young man.
Says Zinky. So we already know there's chinks.
You pseudo, because you never heard of quantum chemistry. It's a subject matter actually called quantum chemistry. So you pseudo as hell.
Okay, so wait a minute. Hold on. Quantum chemistry. Wait a minute. Quantum chemistry and saying that quantum interactions are chemical is actually two different things. Quantum is what happens below the chemical level. Chemicals are elements. Those are atoms. Those are atom level interactions. That's chemistry. When you go below that, you're talking about electrons, protons, photons, and beyond. Those would not be considered chemicals, because those are the things that make up atoms. So you, sir, are very confusing, out of your weight class. But like I said, I'm going to handle Ankh when
He got this more polished in his car. He got this more polished in his car.
He made all that up. He made every last part of that. He made it up.
I know. Listen, I know what y'all do over here. This is Camp Ankh, where y'all get to make up anything that agrees with Ankh's arguments. But when I get you, Ankh,
you don't know me very well. You really don't know me.
Ankh ain't even made an argument yet. Why you say that? This thing's silly, yo.
Ankh been making this argument that spirituality.
So let me say this, just for the record, though, bro. Like, Are you misconstruing what he was saying? Are you trying to separate quantum mechanics and all that from chemistry? It's not separate. It's not. It's just it's a higher level. It's built on top of it. It's not. Why would you separate that? It's obviously not separated. When you get spooky, y'all start separating it. Say it again. The chemistry sits right on top of that. It's not separate. You cannot separate that. That's my argument. Simple as that. You can't separate that. I like to hear you pseudo separate. Go ahead. You're gonna make a whole thing separate.
Let me ask you a question, because
no, we're not. Here we go.
He got them skills. He gonna separate it. He got them skills.
You like to speak around. You like to speak around things. Listen,
I didn't actually speak around it. I said it's not separate.
Okay, listen. Let me ask you a question. Is a chemical interaction, chemical to chemical, the same as a quantum interaction? Yes or no?
It's not a yes or no question.
It's actually yes, not. It is. Yes, it is.
Okay, so let me say this then. I would say it's not a chemical reaction, but the chemical.
Okay, grand opening, grand closing.
So listen, hold on. I'm not going to let you faster. You don't have to fit. No, he's not. He was simply making the inference that it's not separate, like Sunchild and you are trying to do. So, I'm gonna ask you a question: Is it separate? Yes or no?
Yes, it is.
Okay. That's where you get beat up at. That's the point. With that, that's the scam right there. It's not separate.
Okay. So let me ask. So
let me ask. Point. So now we go down the line of questions.
Okay. So hold on.
I call this. Go ahead.
Hold on. So let me ask you a question now.
Go ahead.
Is an electron interaction, right?
I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna write it down for you. Is a electron.
Yo, I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna catch you on the
interaction.
Like I said.
No, it's an electron interaction. What?
No, because you I know you're gonna be studying and looking it up and all that. I'm gonna just catch you.
But that's the pseudo. But you know that's the pseudo though. That is the very nature of pseudoisms.
Listen, you need to get you some shirts made and a hat made that says pseudo.
Listen,
why is there a problem with looking up information? Why,
I said I wanted to write it down. I'm trying to write down what he's saying because now you got to write everything this man said because he's switching.
No, but I'm just saying he had a pushback against you looking it up. Like, don't we want to teach? Don't we want to teach people accurate information? Like, what are you trying to do?
Wait, Joel, listen. Joel, hold on. There's definitely nothing wrong with looking something up.
I can't tell.
But
so why you take a shot at him like that then?
Hold on. Let me explain. It's nothing wrong with looking something up. That's what we here to do, is to teach and encourage people to look things up and read.
Really?
But here's the problem. If you are online pretending like you already know something, you should not have the need to then look it up. If you need to look it up, then you should be transparent. Hold on. You should be transparent, and you should just be listening and not. You should just be in student mode. You should be able to be honest enough to be in student mode when you hear something that you don't know, before you pretend like you do know when you don't know. So that's where I'm saying where it's wrong at. If you are on the internet pretending like you are well versed in the subject that you are not.
But who said that though with you? Who makes that up? Who made up that criterion? Who on this panel said they was an expert? The only person that's qualified to really understand is an expert, which would not be you. And I'm qualified enough to catch a pseudo like you, right? So you ask the wildest questions on purpose. Right?
No, these are not wild questions. These are actually
no. You said no. Your simple question was electron interaction chemical.
So listen, shout out to my man SaNeter. Shout out to the.
That's what you said. Is it chemical?
When I catch you up in them HOK streets, unlacking, it's on, man. That's what I'm saying.
No, I love it. You know, I'm never lacking. I always got my pseudo killer with me. Always got the big canon science. Always got the dictionaries and the material to look it up. See, like here's the point. That's a pseudo explanation. And a pseudo explanation is you should know everything about everything. And if you don't know everything about everything, if you get it wrong, you definitely can't look it up. Nobody's sitting around here perpetrating anything.
Oh, I ain't say you can't look it up. Stop that.
No, you said, don't interrupt me, bro. You said that you're up here perpetrating like you know everything. Who said that? I will get a lot of things wrong. That doesn't mean the field doesn't have it right. That doesn't mean that what you're saying is wrong at all. I'm not the criteria for anything chemical, for anything quantum physics. The experts are.
Yeah.
I can't read treaties on that. You act like I'm writing scientific treaties on the shit. What I do know is that interaction between. No, he was not wrong because you making it a separate
That's the
thing.
problem right
and
there.
it's not
That's
that.
the problem right there.
I mean, he was right. You was right about you. Hold on, you was right about that little part. Hold on, you was right about.
Determine if somebody's right or wrong if you're not familiar with the information. This is what
I'm telling. Hold on. I'm telling you, you was right. You was right about that little part. But overall, we know you pseudo. You make up stuff to it, bro.
Okay, so I'm right about this part, but overall, I'm pseudo.
No, I'm saying no.
Wait. I could just agree.
But I'm not saying that.
Hold on. Let me just have a moment. Hold on. Let me just have a moment where I agree with Orlando. Let me just absorb.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with Orlando's statement.
You don't agree?
No. I'm saying like quantum material is not chemistry, but it connects. It connects. With chemicals and all that type of stuff too simultaneously. But yeah, it ain't. But
chemistry sits on top of the quantum level, though.
It sit on top of it.
See, the way he characterized it was wrong. That's what makes the statement wrong. That you separated it.
I characterized it the way
you did. You made it seem like chemistry was separate from the quantum level, and in actuality,
they're not the same thing. They are not the same thing.
It sits on the quantum level.
They are not the same thing. You gotta stop.
It has chemical composition. It has chemical composition.
Hold on. Does it sit on the quantum level? Yes or no? Right, the nigga left. See that? See, I don't play with pseudo. See, I'm not, because they play this weird game, say one part and then forget to put the parts together and make it seem like your argument. Get out of here with that.
Yeah, like it's something totally separate. It's something working simultaneously. Yeah, it has chemical composition, but it also works with chemicals. Even all this stuff work together, yo.
Man, listen, electron interaction. No, that's not actually chemical by itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just got chemical composition. That's all it is. Like he tripping, bro. He just trying to, I don't know, man. Trying to debate. And I ain't finna join no circus with you. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to SaNeter, but if clowns like that on, I'm not finna join the circus.
So what's crazy about that whole little situation was he was presenting himself as some sort of an expert. But he just said that if he's not an expert and he doesn't know, he shouldn't be talking as one. And I was sitting back thinking about not reading and how I know experts and professors who may forget something, and what would they do? They will grab a book, a source on the topic and read it. I've sat down with people who've done this with me on different topics.
So an electron, man, come on, man, being deflected by an electric field, right? And a vacuum tube, right? That wouldn't be chemical. Okay? It's physics. All right. Electrons being shared between carbon and oxygen to make a CO bond is chemical. It's bonding. Like, we could just look it up to see, you know why nobody ever wants to look it up? Because then they can pseudorize you.
Yep, that's why they don't want you to look it up right there. Keep that gray area. Keep that gray area.
Keep the fake experiment going. Keep the fake, I'm gonna make you look like you don't know what you're talking about. Because remember, a pseudo knows everything. And the pseudo knows better than the experts. But then if you know that much, why can't you ever put it together right? Right? Why did you mischaracterize chemistry?
Yeah.
Why did you say it sits on that? No, it was Savio's turn next. So why can't you say that chemistry actually sits on the quantum level? See, why I say that?
I can
You wouldn't
say
have
that.
to show that. Go ahead, Savio.
Because their right is right, it's science and all the experts and everyone else who got it wrong. Because there's some spiritual oneness to this that everybody's leaving out. So that's why they can't get with the program, because everybody else isn't with the program. So we're all wrong and they're all right.
Yeah, you just
Yeah. May I ask a question?
Go for it.
When you say chemistry sits on the quantum level, I think we can equate it to, and if you will, can we agree that based on the chemical, moving from the quantum to the chemical to the material level, that what is seen, what we see materially came out of what is unseen or invisible to the naked eye, that is. Can we agree on that, that what is seen, the material world, chemical world, it comes out of the unseen quantum world? Can we agree on that?
Yeah, because it's all,
and that's what you mean by chemistry sits on the quantum level, brother.
Right. If you take away, if you take away the quantum level, then you're taking away everything. Like, get out of here. Everything is built on foundation.
Right. So if we agree if we agree then that what is seen comes from what is unseen, even scientifically, then this is what actually Paul says in one of his letters. He said, "For what is seen, for we know that what is seen comes from the unseen." Right. So, but when I say that, I say that I know I was going to get that reaction by even bringing up Paul, and again, I'm not presenting it.
I know you can set me up. I didn't know you set me up.
I'm not presenting. Listen,
if I gotta give it to you, bro. You walk me down that trail. Darn. That I say he set me up. But I didn't know he was going to hit me at Paul.
Listen,
I gotta give it to you, bro. Hold
allow
on.
me to finish.
Let me say this. That was Matt. I said I know I'm being set.
That was masterful. Thank you.
That was Matt. I know your tone of setup. You have a certain tone to set the person up. That's
right. So let me just say this.
Hold on. Just like Inky. I know an Inky is. That's why I say everything he's gonna do. As soon as he pop up, I say he's gonna do this, and I like the audience to see he did that. He's gonna ask all the questions. But go ahead.
Right. So we see a connection there with so we see a connection there with spirituality and science, because scientifically the seen does come from the unseen, but Paul meant it as a spiritual statement. It was not scientific for him. He did not know that scientifically, but it's been proven. But he meant it as a spiritual statement.
Man,
he's saying what is seen
he
comes
uses
from the
imagination
unseen.
like you doing.
Yeah, like you doing. It's like we brace ourselves for the abracadabra. We got to brace the abracadabra.
Right. Well, believe it or not, brothers, the scientific revolution came out of a lot of Christian minds, and it was from the Bible that they saw these things, and they went out to prove these things scientifically. And some things they agreed with, such as the seen coming from the unseen. Other things, of course, they would reject. But there are things that you can look at and say, "Wow, this is interesting. How is it that we move from Paul saying, for what we see comes from the unseen, to quantum physics today?"
But you know that's not what Paul meant, though, right? Right, son child? He doesn't mean what you're saying.
Oh man, what
doesn't he? You want to bring up that scripture?
Yeah, you can go ahead and bring it up. It's over there in Corinthians.
Well, I don't have the ability to share. I'm on a cell phone, so I won't be able to share.
I'm just saying, Paul. When Paul says
can read it. Should I read it?
Yeah, hold on.
When Paul says that the seen comes from the unseen, he's saying that what you see comes from God. He's not talking about this quantum level thing that we're speaking about right now.
Right.
Come on, man, stop that.
Thank you.
Hey,
Gullah, just for the record, your statement was right when you said that, right? Because in fact, man, chemistry happens on a quantum level, right? In the sense where all chemical structures and reactions are ultimately governed by quantum mechanics, brother. So we're never gonna let that. That's why I'm like, he right. Agreeing with that.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to say. His statement was right, but overall, I know he had a pseudo angle.
See, I would never say his statement is right, right? Because his statement actually separates that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
he means
saying?
something
Oh,
different.
you do.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
do. You
you
do.
get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm not
Yeah.
saying the statement is right, man. You know, quantum mechanics, it governs chemical reactions. You can't separate them. See? That's how I learned it. Basic chemistry, like, come on, man. Like he the best, he the best in his class. Then he gonna say I'm miseducating them. See the 30-year-olds and up, right? They might not be able to handle him. You get it? They may think he's saying something right. That seriously, they might think what he's saying makes sense. And they will further the foolery.
Shoot, I ain't putting that on the 30-year-olds. I'm 50-year-old now, and I don't understand the dude neither, so I just ignore him.
But you understand, you're not going to totally separate the quantum world from everything. Then what? Then what you saying?
Right. Yeah, he just gonna mess it up on purpose, man. That's nobody should listen to a guy like that.
No, but I actually realized when I did that debate on evolution that he actually didn't understand what a scientific theory was. He still doesn't.
Right.
That he really doesn't know. And based off him misunderstanding that, he makes all these quirky, wild things.
Yeah, he showed he didn't understand evolution too when he made that Native American statement.
Yeah,
he don't understand a whole lot of stuff. I mean, he just got a platform to talk. So
yeah, he talk his thing. He talk his thing to thing. He do. He talking to death. Yep. Interesting. I found it all to be interesting, man. Yep. Mm-hmm. So anyway, you know, I would just say that chemistry is a quantum phenomenon. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that, yo. That's it. All right. Now, I'll dive at that. Now, that's my stance. I'm standing on it. Now, get past that.
Yeah,
Get past
actually, what Paul
Read the
says.
statement about Paul. Back into the Bible again. Go. What?
Yeah,
What about
I
Paul?
believe it's 2 Corinthians 4:18, and what he actually says is that what is seen is temporal, but what is unseen is eternal. So he doesn't. You can take from that, and some people take from that is in what he's saying is that what is seen comes from the unseen. So it is later, it's a creation, but there's something unseen at the root of it, and I think that's still, even though not specifically saying, I think it's implied, and I think it's still very important, and it's scientific to an extent, because I think, I don't know, what do you guys think as far as the quantum mechanics is concerned? Is it universal or eternal? Or do we think that even on a quantum level, once the sun burns out, that all things at the quantum level also will disappear? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know what the hell you saying right now. What is you saying? Does anybody know what the hell he's saying?
Well, I said what Paul said is that what is seen is temporary and what is unseen is eternal. So if we apply that to science between quantum and chemical and material, when the chemical material world dissolves, when the sun runs out or burns itself out, what will anything exist? What will exist at that point? Even on a quantum level, even will quantum elements, if you will, exist?
Yeah, man.
Or are they eternal?
Yeah, you didn't hit me with the I don't know what the hell you talking about, bro. I thought he was talking about God, yo. Hey, man, look out for some SaNeter coming next month too, man. Look out for that.
Oh, that's a banger right there.
Yeah, it's a banger.
That's
right
what's
there.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sunchild. Hey, Sunchild, you having fun right now. Paul is not talking about no kind of Sunchild. That's my man, yo. Yeah, okay. So look, Paul in 2 Corinthians 4, correct me if I'm wrong, Sunchild. Isn't he talking about when after the resurrection, you're supposed to get like new bodies and it's supposed to be like everything new and all that? Isn't that the context of that verse?
I think that can be taken as a context. We'd have to
No, I'm
read the
asking you,
entire.
isn't that the context? That can't be taken as a context. Isn't that the context of that verse?
Well, let's read the verse directly, and perhaps the verse before and after that, if I may.
I wish I was on my computer. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go do your thing.
Okay, let me bring it up again.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, fun. Just mixing it in. That's what they do. Say any damn thing.
Say anything. Try to make it fit.
Maybe I shouldn't have brought Paul into it. Now y'all are real defensive.
No, that's not the problem. You messing Paul up. Hey, you made a statement in your last show that was really good. Sorry, Sunshine. Let me say this real quick. Man, y'all messing it up when y'all take what these people believe and add your own thought to it. Let them people believe what they believe. Y'all messing up their culture and their understanding. That's what Sunshine doing right now. He adding our spin. What we have, what we understand, a whole goddamn going 2,000 years later. To something that Paul said. Come on, man, stop. You shouldn't even do that.
Yeah, why are you allowed to do that? Why we trying to understand the text for what the text is trying to convey.
Exactly
not what
right.
you trying to convey, not what the modern world is trying to convey. Anachronistically, it's crazy, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all we're saying, yo. Like if that's making it make sense to you, yo, then go ahead. But you can't put that on the rest. That's up to your own understanding and interpretation. And if you did it from a biblical, that wouldn't even make sense from a biblical perspective there. You're talking about God, bro. God's the unseen force, yo.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
how the hell is that about?
Yeah, but whatever the unseen force is, if you want to title it God or something else, that's the point. But it represents the same thing, the unseen realm that from which the seen and conscious realm emit or evolve. But yeah, 2 Corinthians 4, chapter 4, verses, I'll start at 15. For all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many redound to the glory of God. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. And then he says, for we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of God, an house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. So he's talking about our fleshly body here, and he's saying that we have a physical body. It's what he says in the beginning of chapter 5. Verse 18 in chapter 4 is the last verse, and chapter 5 begins by saying, for we know that if our earthly house, our body, were dissolved, we have a building of God, and house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. So he's saying that.
So I had the context right then. It's talking about the afterlife.
The what?
Not it's talking about the afterlife, not chemistry. Or some quantum or something like that.
But they are. You can actually see the connection there, Brother Joel. Because what he's saying is, if your physical body can be dissolved and there's still a spiritual body, if you will, then that would go for the entire universe as well.
No, that's the imagination part right there, Sunchild. Science been looking for this spiritual. I said that's the imagination part I've been talking about. Science been looking for the spiritual body for a long time. They ain't found that, man. They fighting and struggling over consciousness now. This is nothing there. All right, go ahead.
But there is something there. There's quantum reactions there, and they are unseen. And they are unseen.
Y'all fine. All right, I'm gonna let you have it. I'm not gonna.
We gotta let you have that, bro. We can't sit in all with you all night on that, man. So you basically saying that God is a chemical reaction.
It is. It really is. Your imagination is a chemical reaction. You got that right.
Freaking thought bubble.
What's up, Al? What's going on, man? Long time supporter, man. What's good?
What's happening? I was just wondering why his son child doing this. He started when he tried to bait you the question. He first started saying that the things are unseen, but he said what with our eyes. If you can observe it, then it's seen. So it doesn't count as the unseen. We can observe quantum and we can observe chemistry. It don't have to be with your eyes. It's observable. So it's not unseen. So it's not equatable to the unseen in the Bible. Don't make sense. Why is he doing it?
Did Paul have microscopes in his day? How would he know there are things that's unseen to the naked eye?
He got you out the game early.
Yeah, he did. He came out. He threw a haymaker. He connected.
So he's telling me. So he's telling me that Paul was aware of the quantum level. That's what he's telling me.
I'm telling you, he wasn't aware. But what I am saying is, as we advanced in science, humans became aware. And once we became able to observe quantum, right, we already know that can't be the unseen. Once you can observe it, it's not unseen, bro. Period.
Right.
We didn't know about quarks. We didn't know about quarks until we knew about quarks. They didn't know it back then, but we know about it now. It's not unseen. If it's observable, it's not unseen. Period.
Well, brother, we can assume he's talking about the naked eye because he says if the body were to dissolve. So if the body were to dissolve, you wouldn't be able to see it with the eye, and that's what he's talking about, the eye, the unseen. So I believe that he is talking about simply the naked eye. He didn't have an aspect of chemicals and the quantum level being material and so on. He's specifically speaking about an unseen world, and he's talking about things you can see. And he says if the body were to dissolve. The body were to dissolve, we know that you'd have perhaps chemicals and a quantum level there, but I don't think Paul is aware of that.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is that? And what is the relevance of that, though? What is the relevance of that? That he wasn't aware of it then. They didn't have the technology.
Well, I only brought him up just to kind of put another analogy on the idea of scientific spirituality. And I know it doesn't fit perfect. I know it doesn't fit perfectly, but it's worth noting.
You know, you tried to trick us and trap us because no matter what, Paul was talking about the unseen period. Where if you come up with another device, he's saying it's unseen no matter what. That's what he's saying.
Well, we can't all assume.
What is the unseen?
Exactly what he was
talking about God, man. What else would he be talking about? Talking about God.
He ain't talking about no damn science.
Because he spoke about the body dissolving, he was talking about his spiritual body.
What?
Yeah, but he ain't talking about no quantum. He ain't coming on no quantum physics. What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What
you talking about?
Yeah, what the hell did you talking about, man? You know what you earned today, bro? A pseudo alert, man, for trying to retrofit Paul running around somewhere in Greece to modern science, man. Look, man, we had a great show today, man. Go check out Guller's presentation on the pseudo killer platform, man. We're gonna be doing a regular show over there, man. He earned that right to do that, man. He's been fighting with me for a real long time, man. Fighting with me, fighting against things I said, yo, it's all healthy discussion, man. Big up to all the pseudo killers, man, all the platforms, man. Big up to all the shows that we have on there, man. Make sure y'all check out Sad Talk on the pseudo killers. Is serious work. All right. And you know, we just moving forward and we stand away from red flags, man. A red flag is when you go to a doctrine that was created in 1 AD somewhere, 3rd AD letter, and bring it forward and talk about, yeah, that's science. They was trying to say that. They never was trying to say none of that. They didn't know about the whole world at all. Stop retrofitting your ideas and concepts to the ancient world. They only knew what they knew. We only know what we know. It's not that hard to figure it out, man. Make sure y'all support that debate coming up. Monkey or man? Did all humans come from Africa? The donation is $30, man. Make sure y'all hit the damn Cash App, show some love, man. I got Ghost, right? He actually, he does that, right? He does that support thing, man. You always hear me call his name. I appreciate that, man. That's some love right there. He do that on his own accord, man. I appreciate that support, man. Like I said, we try to get at least 5 cash apps, right? I think today we got 1 so far. All right. I appreciate the support no matter how it come. But just make sure y'all support. I mean, that is important. Pick up the ghost, man. Man, you know, we've been rocking. Trying to get off here, man. Yeah, he said the baby knocked you off. No, I appreciate your commentary on it, Russell. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, man, we keeping this thing right, keeping it tight. Staying studied up, man, staying away from the pseudos, yo, because their whole thing is about misinformation at the end of the day, man. They ain't trying to push nothing forward, man. If they was, they get with the scientific literacy is what actually pushes us forward, man. Man, it's Saturday, man. I appreciate all y'all listening and tuning in. We doing this thing like we supposed to. We appreciate that, man. Stay healthy, man, and be skeptical. Skepticism keeps you healthy. It keeps everything in its right place and its right measure, man.
God killer, we make those ring bass from the cannons. Use me. NW Cole, clear vision. Hilltop roofs, no gimmicks. Montgomery, shift the tempo. Race this turn. Info heavy, show sources. Don't chit chat, no proof. Fall back. Quick. Rogers Ave, where I'm at. Another Pequee, stay intact. Park Heights, facts ready. Liberty Heights, no ferry. Yo, playing weak, full fast. Peer review, hold that. Methods first, no myth. Replicate, then it's legit. God killer, we make bells ring. Bass in the cannons, haze ring. You promote pseudo, dust cap. Slick or swim, better adapt. Roger that, talk slick love. Another peak way, move quick love. Show sources, don't chit chat. No proof, fall back. Quick. NW Cole, clear vision. Hilltop roofs, no gimmicks. Correlation ain't cause headlines, love applause. Rogers Ave, no fake flex. Novin Pequee, no late. Dion Riley, facts, steps, say less. Learn up, then rap. Mondom and shift the tempo. Rest is down in 480. Park Heights, facts ready. Liberty Heights, no ferry. God killer, we make bells ring. Bass from the cannons, ears ring. We promote pseudo, that's cap. Sink or swim, better adapt. Rogers Ave, talk slick. Nah, Northern Pequee, move quick. Nah, Rogers Ave, no fake flex. Northern Pequee, no late text. Show sources, don't chit chat. No proof, phone back. Quick. DOI link, facts, stamp. Say less, learn up, then rap. Shirley Avenue.
Man, look, I'm your host, Bobby Banger. Stay tuned for our family shows. Make sure you like and subscribe before you get out of here, man. Man, hit that cash app. Going out the door, man. Show some love, man. Y'all know what it is, man. I'm your host, Bobby Banger. And with that,